Hello? There we go. I'm like, wait, what? I shouldn't be muted. I was like, huh? The button's undone. It's alert over there. What's going on here? And when you guys said, oh, you're still muted, I'm like, oh, okay, let me hit this. And I'm still muted. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? To explain for the third time, I was saying I was already live before, but I was only live on the purple place, and I forgot to hit to go live on the red place and TikTok. So I was live, it just wasn't live over there. I promise you I was on time. One of those days, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot I was doing a stream today. I was like, dang, I got a stream tomorrow for the Nintendo Direct happening in the morning. So that came out of nowhere. Only thing I hate about Nintendo is that when they do their directs, they never give any warning anymore. They tell you like the day before, you know. And it's like, well, what if people have plans or work or meetings to go to and stuff, you know? Like at least with like Summer Game Fest and the PlayStation events, etc., you usually know days, weeks in advance, you know. But Nintendo be acting like God's gift to this planet, you know, and they like, you guys got to deal with the day before, you all gonna eat it up. So to celebrate that, I wanted to show off a little bit of my bingo that I did. My bingo, which is the Nintendo Direct bingo. Yes, we made this and it looks nice, even though it's mostly what I did before. So right now, this is what I have going on. I know I didn't label this. I tried to label most things if it had a title on it, but I didn't do it for E33 and this and that. But we have Pikmin 4 Switch 2 upgrade. I mean, we'll go over this in the Direct tomorrow morning, but this is just so far. I just wanted to show it off for now. Maybe I'll make some changes before then. I don't think I will, but if I do make some changes and stuff, you'll see on stream tomorrow, and I hope you guys will be there for that. Yeah, but I hope you guys are excited for more Dragon Age 2. I think before getting into the game, we should go over some of the comments of the day. Also, for those of you guys that have been following me on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, thank you for that. It really does mean a lot. I've been seeing the stuff in the kind comments. Thank you. Really nice to see people support you on multiple platforms and stuff. Really makes you feel like a creator, you know? Thank you. Yeah, man, time to watch stream from the top. Let's go. Hey, I hope you're having a good one. I want to say this stream is going to be a little shorter tonight, but it probably won't. I'm gonna at least go until midnight. You know, that's just standard if we're starting late. Okay, so a few of these were kind of long. There was just so many kind comments that it's like, some of them were like, oh man, they're catching up on the VOD. Obviously, I feel like I've been streaming Dragon Age 2 so much that some people, quite frankly, just ain't been able to keep up, which is the downside of basically streaming every day, you know. And then because I stream Dragon Age 2 almost every day since I've started, you know, and one of the days I streamed twice. So, you know, it's been around a week now, you know, and I only really skipped one or 2 days. Mostly because we had other events to do. Like this game, even though there are a lot of problems I have with it, I feel like that's basically everybody. So for now, as we get into Dragon Age 2, let's go over some of our comments of the day. I feel like comments of the day are a nice little part to deal with. That too. Okay, so let's start from the top. We have a comment from Ilwin Ray 85. Again, sorry for mispronouncing any names. There's basically no punctuation and stuff on like the @ symbols and stuff that the studio gives me for the comments. but this is a pretty long one, but it goes over a lot we talked about in that stream. But I like this comment a lot. On the Final Fantasy topic, I would recommend the pixel remaster versions of 4 and 6 before going to the modern entries, because it's harder to go back to older games once you get used to quality of life mechanics and graphics of the newer ones have. I slightly disagree, but that's just me personally. I only bought games way into adulthood, so before that time everything was either gifted or borrowed from others, and beggars can't be choosers. For that reason, I shoot myself in the foot by playing 7 Crisis Core prequel before Final Fantasy 7, so most of the dramatic moments and plot twists in 7 didn't land. I haven't played Remake, but I watched others play, and like you said, it's not a good idea to start with that one because it's a sequel that works better if you're already emotionally invested in the story and some characters. By the way, I had the same issue with playing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories as my first entry in that saga. Completely botched that. Maybe I am biased because it was my first. But from the entries I played, which is, I admit, not all of them, Final Fantasy 6 is the best. The story does something very cool few games do. Going back to Dragon Age 2 though, congratulations on that incredible last stand as Varric. With that out of the way, I'm worried your running speed with the mod is faster than the speed the rogues can detect traps. Interesting, so be careful on that front. About the deep roads and the people backseating, it's hard to hint at the fact that you are mistaken about something without hinting at why you are mistaken too. Interesting. It's hard to hint at the fact that you were mistaken about something without hinting at why you're mistaken too. Realistically, just to kind of, I know I'm interrupting the comment, realistically, it's okay for me to just misunderstand. It is okay for me to just misunderstand. Like, I kind of explained this in like the Witcher 3 series, but quite frankly, it's okay to just let me have the wrong idea about something and just keep going with it. You know, because it's funny because I know it's frustrating to watch someone to especially criticize a game about something they're wrong about. You know, it's like, oh, I wish this game did this and this game would be so much better, you know, if it didn't have this, you know, because it just really sucks about this game. Well, actually, dude, if you paid attention and used your brain, you'd know this and that, you know. But that's okay. That's part of the experience. You know, that allows me to look back on, be like, wow, this guy was stupid, wasn't he? You know, that's a cool part of the first experience, you know, and it is okay for me to go through that. I know it's hard to watch, but that is part of the first experience. But yeah, I totally get it. If Origins punish you for doing things out of order, for example, Red Cliff before a circle or dwarves or before recruiting Shale, this game will punish you for what combinations of companions you have or don't during certain quests. Sure, the game will try to branch and adapt to your choices, so in theory you can do what you want, but sometimes it reacts in a sloppy way. Heck, I even got softlocked once until they patched it. Sheesh, man. Varric is supposed to be there all the time, and for the rest, you need to understand who would be best to include for those quests based on narrative coherence and character motivations. That was a really insightful comment. Thanks for that. I loved hearing about, you know, your experience with Final Fantasy and getting into it, you know, in a clunky way. Same with Kingdom Hearts, alongside some interesting insights into how Dragon Age 2 does things. Thank you for that comment. Thank you. That was really cool. Also, Courtney, thanks for following me on Instagram. It just popped up on my phone while I'm reading the comment. I love when this one is from Shul Your Finel 8503. I love when Ace gets on his soapbox, man. He'll meander before hitting the most topical stuff ever. I cannot help it, man. I can't help it. We'll just be talking like, oh, you know, Final Fantasy or Dragon Age, and you know, then it talks about just calling, you know, a bunch of Twitter users losers and stuff, and telling them they need to respect women, you know, and it just happens like that. It just happens like that. I appreciate that. I love you calling it a soapbox. Thanks for the funny comment. This next one is from, we actually had a comment from you before, I think last time, Bear Teddington. Once again, thank you for another comment. This has a timestamp of 4 hours, 35 minutes, 36 seconds. Shows we've been streaming a lot. Interestingly, one of the most prolific poisoners in history made her richest selling her special poison, Aqua Tofana, to women to kill their abusive husbands in a time when divorce was so out of the question that murder was their only shot at escape or independence. Heroic, debatable, I guess, but still kind of interesting fun fact that goes with your question here, if you'll excuse the double comment. Dude, that's crazy. I would have never known that. I honestly would have never known that. It's funny, I was reading a manga, and it's funny, like before I saw this comment, I was reading a manga, and in that, the woman was like basically being abused by her husband, and one of her like maids or whatever recommended, you know, to poison him, you know, like as a way to like free herself, you know. And then it's like an hour later I go and see this comment, you know, and I'm like, oh shoot, it was 48 minutes specifically, you know. I saw this, I was like, whoa, okay, that makes sense. Okay, really interesting, cool. That made that quest in Dragon Age have like a little interesting, could have been what if spin on it. Interesting. Thanks for another enlightening comment, bro. And then I go and see says nothing to do with anything, but my mom had sent me a old picture of myself in high school back when I was in ROTC. For some reason, I don't know why, but like I guess I saved it in between, so like seeing me in ROTC, hey Garb and stuff like that, I don't know why it's right there. It's just funny. I was scrolling through the comments just now, and I was scrolling to that, I'm like, oh, I jump scared myself. I got jump scared by 18-year-old KingdomAce. Okay, I know you're in the chat right now. The next comment is from, again, I only ever see you guys at, so I don't know if it's actually what you guys' names is on YouTube. So this one is from Arg Barbosa. I agree with your stance on video game romances. Morality is often circumstantial, and when you play morally gray, especially in games with systems like Dragon Age 2, it can land you in the middle of the friendship meter, which really sucks when the friendship meter determines who's your ride or die in the end. These games are ones of extreme absolutes, and it doesn't leave a lot of room for nuance, which is super frustrating. Dude, you hit the nail on the head. I know you were saying that's what I did for you, but your comment just more elegantly put what I was trying to say, you know, not the best with words, but you did that in such a more elegant manner. I'm just like, man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, the game doesn't leave much room for nuance, you know, when they make these, again, this isn't just a Dragon Age thing. I feel the exact same way about Persona and stuff sometimes, you know, or just other games that have relationship meters and stuff like that, you know, especially if it determines who lives or dies, who's by your side and not, you know. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels video gamey, you know. That's the only way I can really describe it outside of nuance, is just it feels like video game romance, you know. How else to determine romance? Oh, by numbers and dials and, you know, and checklists, you know. That's how you measure romance in a video game context. That's just how it feels. So, which does leave it frustrating. This isn't to say that I dislike video game romances. I just prefer when, I mean, I also got a comment, somebody was getting on me for complaining about that, you know, like dude really wants like a linear romance in the big 26. And I'm just like, I feel like most romance stories are like that, you know. It's not like up to the viewer, reader, or player, you know, to determine what the romance is. It's more often than not, they're writing the story and romance is part of the story, you know. And that's why I liked like Trails in the Sky. I felt like the romance that they chose to do was something that was absent from the player. It was something that the narrative was trying to build towards itself, you know. Again, that isn't to say I don't like how Mass Effect or Dragon Age does it, you know, because I still chose, you know, to be with, you know, Morrigan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I love how it was executed, you know. But still, but yeah, thank you, Arg Barbosa, for that. I know you're in the chat today, but that's just why I wanted to, I didn't even know you'd be here, but I saw your comment, so much love to you. Thank you for that. We have another comment. I think we have two left. This one is from Oh No Possum. Thank you so much for playing this amazing game. It was the game that truly brought me back into gaming. I found you when I was looking for someone who had done a full playthrough of Mass Effect trilogy and have been enjoying your videos ever since. In terms of classes in Dragon Age 2, my favorite is Mage, specifically Blood Mage, because of its super interesting mechanics and just mages in general. They're such an amazing class in Dragon Age. You're right. You're totally right. So, well, one, thank you for your comment. Of course, just taking time out of your day, leaving a comment. Thank you to all of you. I really appreciate that. But mages in Dragon Age have a specific kind of intrigue to them because I feel like it's the class that's mostly brought up during the story. I didn't feel like as a rogue, there was ever a time during the story that it was specifically brought up. Somebody looking down on me for being a rogue, for example. And I didn't feel like it happened before, or being a warrior, but mage in particular, because of the stigma with mages narratively, it feels like it's brought up. I don't know. Someone can tell me in Origins if it's brought up frequently like that, but I'm pretty sure Origins didn't do that for other classes. I had an eyelash in my eye, bro. Freak. But yes, that was an interesting comment. So it made me like reflect on how Dragon Age classes are. So much love for that. The last one is from Rick Ghastly 1511. People dislike Sebastian because he's boring, as Varric puts it. He's very pious and devoutly Andrasian, which a lot of people really dislike. He can be a bit of a stiff, annoyingly so sometimes, and he can even be a bit of a hypocrite as well. Even then, he has less character flaws than basically the whole rest of the cast, and I feel like that makes him boring in a lot of people's eyes as well. I enjoy him well enough personally, but I don't really have a problem with any companion throughout most of BioWare's games that I played. Interesting. This comment kind of gave me perspective on it because it's very similar to how I guess a lot of people feel about Will, in Baldur's Gate 3, not to spoil that game for those who haven't played it or anything, but throughout my playthrough of that game, a lot of people were just constantly telling me, they don't really care about Will. He's boring. He's just the good guy, and I felt like that's an easy way to kind of just grossly underappreciate his character. Like Will is kind of like Superman, and it's funny because a lot of modern dudes say the same thing about Superman. He's boring. He's Superman. He's good, and all that is true and justice. That's boring. Where's the intrigue? Where's the dilemma? Where's the moral ambiguity? But like, bro, there is so much more to Superman, Will, than just the goodness and truth. There's so much more to that, and I feel like that should be really obvious with someone like Will. I can't really speak for Sebastian really, but I do hope that it's further along those lines, which I assume so, because they said that he can even be a bit of a hypocrite at times, which I feel like is human. I feel like it is very human. It's pretty easy for humans to have a bit of a hypocritical side to them. Like something I feel like video games have kind of tricked gamers into thinking is that everyone's character is always consistent. And I know like video games, TV, and movies kind of lead people to think that's the way people are, but no, humans can overall be hypocritical. You can say you hate this, but then be willing to accept something similar just because of, this scenario is a little bit different. Like if you were to hate somebody for stealing, but like you're like, oh, all thieves should be going to prison, but then your daughter steals because she just wanted to get you something for your birthday and she didn't have any money to. Do you still think your daughter goes, oh well, she's just a kid, she doesn't know any better? The thing is that is hypocritical right there. Even if you can say the scenarios are different, like this person was stealing, but he was actually, like, the courts may not say it, or the television may not report it, but he was only really doing that to feed his family, for example. Again, you don't always know scenarios, and there's a bit of room for to be a hypocrite in everybody, essentially. That is what human nature is. But because video games are often written to make these characters and stuff we play as and fight alongside to be ultra consistent and everything about them, that they just think that's how people are. But people are not video game characters. They often have, like, they are often hypocrites and stuff too. You know, they often aren't always consistent in their beliefs because of the things they've gone through, the things they've seen, they've done, etc. You know, or even just how they're feeling, you know, and I feel like that is human, you know. So I don't know. Again, you'll never hear me hate on a character like that. Now, does that mean that Sebastian won't be boring? No, that doesn't mean that at all. He could just be boring and I might not care about him at all, you know, especially when you're a character who's just DLC. Like, for example, in Mass Effect, I didn't really care about Zaid that much. I feel like he was hype at times and stuff like that, but I feel like that way about all the DLC characters outside of maybe Javik, you know, because Javik felt like you freaking had to have him. I felt like the game wouldn't have been too different if Zaid wasn't there, you know, outside of just having more muscle during specific missions, if you catch my drift. You know, it doesn't really feel like the narrative would be different if Zaid just wasn't there, which he wasn't for some people. If you ain't spend what, $9.99. So yeah, but I don't know, maybe I'll feel that same way about Sebastian. I'm not too sure, but those are all my comments of the day. So again, just want to shout out to Ilwin Ray 85 for your comment, Shul your Fin Finale 8503, Bear Teddington, Ard Barbosa, Ono Possum, and Rick Gasly. So much love to you guys for your insightful, funny, and overall enjoyable comments. Thank you for that, going out of your way. Okay, so with that, I think it's time that we get back into Dragon Age 2. I just grin honestly to hear you speculate, even though it's going in a different direction. That's part of the fun. It is. It is. Ow. Game loud. I'll say I did play 7 Remake from the beginning to the end, was fully invested, while the original I couldn't get into. The weird part is I enjoyed having children before both. I mean, that's fine. I know people like that too, but it is just flat out true. 7 Remake is a sequel to the original game. Like, it's not like just a remake of the game. It is actually a sequel. And there are tons of points in the game to where a person who hasn't played the original can only really speculate what's happening when, you know, if an event is happening in the game. There are times when this is put in the game in its cutscene specifically for people who played the original game to know what's happening. This thing is here because of what exactly you're thinking, but they don't always take the time to explain that, you know. So a person who hasn't played the original is left to only theorize and speculate, you know. But again, because they don't spell it out, and we're even 2 games in and they don't even spell it out or explain it, you know, things even from the first game, and that they just honestly won't go back and do, because you should understand at this point, you know, that's just what they're doing. That's just what they're doing. And again, I'm not saying that that's not okay. If you are having fun and you think that's all you need, that's all that matters, then by all means, just do that. It's fine. It's okay. As long as you're aware you are missing context for things, you know, like, and it's just a fact that knowing what happens in the original game will make you appreciate the remake series more. Like, that's just a straight up fact. Like, you will enjoy the remake series even more if you know it, because they wrote this intending people to already know. But again, what company would tell you to go play a 30-year-old game to play their new $70 game? Nobody's gonna do that. That's why what was it, Falcom and NIS America, much love to them, I hope you're not watching this, but that's why they say, oh yeah, go ahead and play Trails of Cold Steel 3 as your first Trails game. Buddy, anybody who's played that game knows that's a terrible idea. You'll know, oh, this guy's a teacher, and oh, I guess he was part of the original class of this, but so much, you can enjoy it for what it is, but there's so much they don't bother to explain. And the only reason companies do that is, again, why the freak would they make you, why would they tell you, oh, you have to go play this, and this to fully understand it? So when this character comes back from that arc and this character comes back from that arc, and it's looking like, imagine if Infinity War was the first MCU movie you watched. That's what playing Trails of Cold Steel 3 is like. But again, they promoted it. They specifically promoted it, saying this can be your first entry. I think that's diabolical personally, because I think all that leads to is people not enjoying your game. That's what I think, because if I'm playing an RPG, especially an 80+ hour RPG, and I'm confused all the way through and it ends on the cliffhanger that it ends, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna feel like, dude, I don't even know what's happening in this game. Why do I gotta go and play 10 other games to understand this? Why I gotta play 6-7 more games just to understand what's going on here? That's why you should not lie in your promotion. Again, and I really hope you're not watching this, because I really still want to work with you guys. I love your work, you know, but I just think that was a very questionable marketing decision, you know. But don't be watching this. But yeah. No, Origins only does it for mages and elves, unless you're an elf. Yeah, okay, I played an elf. Then it's Dalish against City Elves, Fenris and Meryl. Justice for Will, I'm romancing him in my current Baldur's Gate 3 run. Yo, nice. People are so hypercritical, but they don't realize it. Yeah. Paragon characters have a place in stories, and they have more layers depending on the medium. Superman himself can't be simplified into goofy Boy Scout or brooding god. He's more in all versions, exactly. But a lot of people don't take the time to actually go and figure that out for themselves. You know, but you also could just say that flat out some adaptations of these works suck. I'm gonna be honest, Zack Snyder, I don't like a lot of his versions of characters. I don't like his Flash. I don't like his Batman. I don't like his Superman. Man of Steel is not a good interpretation of Superman at all. At all. And as somebody who's a big, you know, fan of Superman, I just think it really sucks. Did anyone mention that Meryl and her clan are in DAO, but only if you started with the Daedalus Origin? The Keeper knows Duncan. I feel like somebody said that last stream, but I don't think I realized it. As someone who likes Man of Steel, oh no, I didn't read that. In Superman 2025 equally, I see how the Paragon archetype Clark represents can be meaningful and emotional in radically different ways. Paragons are malleable. Yeah, I feel like you don't need to make your character like wonder if they need to become a killer in order for them to be a good character. That doesn't need to be what their struggle is, you know. I don't know, I just feel like it's a very weird way to interpret the character, you know. How do these other writers for the last like dang near 100 years understand this character, you know, but you think that's what their struggle has to be? And again, making Batman just a killer is just completely unacceptable. That like at that point, that is not Batman. That it's not. It's literally not Batman, and I'll fight anybody on that. No, I won't, because I don't actually care what you think. Yo, I appreciate that, Monochrome. Thank you. But yeah, I'm glad to see that other people agree with the Superman archetype. Okay. Let us begin. Okay, so from what I understand, we've got a lot going on here. Night terrors. I do kind of want to do that. Let's go by the docks just to finish up the side quest real quick. Let's go to the docks just to finish up the side quest. Yeah, I know there's a
unit is overcrowded. Someone should do something about it.
Wait, are you the... No, you're not. Wait. Yeah, over here. But yeah, being a VOD watcher, I appreciate y'all that have been VOD watchers and working your way to catch up. It's been a lot of Dragon Age Origins, man. So it's kind of crazy that y'all been able to catch up at all.
Is there something you want, Anders?
You really don't have the temperament for a slave.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I'm just wondering how your master didn't kill you.
How have the Templars not killed you?
I'm charming.
He is. Let's check out the shady merchandise again. Dagger, superior robes. Sheesh. Stuff here is pretty amazing, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. But I don't need such things. Oh, Varric. Fenris. Yeah. Cool. So that means I got them there. Yeah, he's got his first upgrade and you got your second. Awesome. I need to go run through everybody's upgrades.
What do you need, love? Package delivery?
I'm Hawke. I got a letter from some mage friends.
I see, I see. Check the back of the board for our special rates.
Helping apostates is dangerous. If the Templars caught you...
One of my sisters is a mage. A gentle child, so generous. She was made tranquil last year. Templars claimed she was a danger. Now, it's like she's not there. That shouldn't be forced on anyone.
How can I
I
help?
won't stand by while mages suffer.
Bless you, love. The board has all the details. Should you take care of something, just drop by.
Cool. Some how to frame a Templar. Oh, okay. Yo, greetings from Japan. Rarely catch you live. Yo, Borish, much love all the way from Japan. Hey, I know I talk about it a lot, and you know I know it's probably annoying, but I love Japan. Been there 3 times in my life, and it's always been super pleasant. And of course, I'm always respectful when I'm there. You know, a lot of YouTubers and stuff are, but man, it's always such a beautiful time over there, man. I cannot wait to go back. Batman kills in the Tim Burton movies, yet people gave it a pass. Batman vs Superman handles it with showing him being dark place and changed. Snyder Cut shows him be as hopeful as Batman in the animated series. I don't like it when he kills, period. I think building up to it is the best way to do it. I think that's why they gave the Tim Burton movies kind of a pass. But like Batman vs Superman, don't even bring that movie up around me. A Snyder Cut, that didn't help. And it was already felt like it was too late for that Batman at first, because we didn't have the Snyder Cut first. You know, that wasn't the first thing we saw. You know, one of the first things we see of his backstories, you know, too, is just shooting and doing all this. I'm just like, bro, this is not Batman, bro. Again, too little, too late. And that is a part of storytelling as well. Trying to go back and put a band-aid on it doesn't help, because for some people it's too far gone. Starkhaven sent another caravan. Yeah, so gone to anyone who can go to the Woundy Coast and rescue him. Bed. In the past fortnight, 7 apostates have been captured because of one Templar, Sir Conrad Vernhart. I feel like I know that name. Is it never wise? Is it in Dragon Age Origins? It's never wise to underestimate a Templar's intelligence, but Sir Conrad is both brilliant and ruthless. You must remove this threat. Killing him is not an option. He must be disgraced, removed from Kirkwall, and ideally cast out from Templar Order. Okay. Yeah, because they've been infiltrated by blood mage puppets. You're right. Okay, so now we gotta fabricate this. Cool. That's actually sounds like a really cool quest. That sounds like a really cool quest. I actually kind of want to do that like as soon as I can. So we actually have to go to the Era Shock as well. Huh. Conrad Werner. Oh, you're right. You're right, from Mass Effect. You are right about that. Huh. Interesting. Beric, Anders, Aveline, Isabella. Maybe I should go and talk with some of my homies before we continue with certain things. Getting to talk with everybody and stuff makes sense. It's a new act. Years have passed, you know? Beric.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawke. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
Just taking care of my family.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
I suppose after the whole business with Carver, it's a good idea to hang on to what you've got. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
I can never leave you.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawke. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Oh, friend. Oh, crap. I hit the wrong one. So, yeah, we hit max and we're a friend. Cool, friend. Dude, I feel like I think we're finally out of the middle range. I feel like we're right at the cutoff of what counts as the middle. But still, good. I'm glad to see it's improving. Anders. Let's go by Anders's clinic.
Boiling in oil.
What is this? Oh, Isabella's here too. Might as well talk to her.
Isabella, you look well.
Are you talking about the flush on my cheeks? It must be the whiskey. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
The search for this thing has consumed you. Let it go.
I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
I'll do it for a kiss. Rats. I'll do what I can. We'll see. Can tell if you're out of the middle if their friend or rival abilities are live. Oh, you're right. I forgot that did happen. Okay, cool. I'll do what I
You can
can.
count on me.
Thanks. I appreciate it. If I learn anything new, you'll be the first to hear about it.
Playing as a blood mage. Okay. Oh, you should level up too. I forgot. Let's get your cunning up. You're a rogue. Yes. Good. That makes bringing you a little bit easier. You don't have your friendship thing yet. I love me some attack speed though. I don't care for swashbuckler so far. Twin fangs, the automatic crit with each blade. I remember that. Oh, we have 3. Oh, baby. Okay, hold up. Ambush from stealth, lingering shroud. I want that. Okay. Power. For ongoing search. So what is this? This is how. Oh, this is how to frame a Templar. No. I don't want to do this just yet. Not yet. Visit Anders. Aveline. Let's visit Anders' clinic. I mean, Anders is with me, but still. Actually, let's go and check right now. Okay, we haven't hit it yet, which sucks. So I am still in the middle. Oh, we'll get there.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Huh.
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
I don't want to know.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
You need a safer place. They're after you?
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
We haven't talked much recently. How have you been?
Good. I just love what Knight Commander Meredith's done with the place. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
How are you handling it?
Is that making it harder for you?
Look, I knew someone was gonna say something. That's why I didn't say anything.
There is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. You're at as much risk as I am. That's what I worry. What if your money and position aren't enough? What if the Knight Commander turns on you? Everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
Oh. Ooh. I think Hawke has been a little too flirtatious. That's a little much. Look at this. To all my women viewers, I guess to the men too. How would you feel if somebody said this to you? You know, like I know the question is, you know, would somebody be willing to die for you? How would you feel if someone told you they would kill for you? Someone that isn't like your parent or something, you know? How would you realistically feel about that? I feel like I know women who would, you know, they would be happy about that. You know, somebody would really be able to throw away that part of themselves, you know, for them. You know, that's about as romantic as it gets. But some might think that's really overbearing and they wouldn't want to be the reason someone became something else. You know? Yeah, I noticed it too back with Izelle. He's so intense. That's a little much. Let's take a step back, Anders. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Runs for the hills. Sheesh. I thought that we'd have some Anders sympathizers, but no, I don't see no sympathizers in the chat. Come on, guy. He would drown us in blood to keep us safe. Come on. You know, that means something, right, guys? Come on. Come on. There's no way you guys don't think that's uber super romantic or something. Come on. I'll be the sympathizer. You're losing control. Stay in control. Stay in control. Okay, I do kind of want to know if me responding to either of the first two options, does that lock in my romance? I don't know how the romance works, and I'm actually going, this is me actually asking here. Like, so I don't mind if you tell me, but would this lock in my romance? I do actually want to know. Those of you that know, let me know. I'll sit here and wait, honestly, till I hear the answer. It's a little psycho, but sweet. Okay, but would it be a red flag to you? Like if this is your significant other or someone you're kind of talking to, you know, I feel like to say that and you're not dating at least is kind of crazy. Nobody gets more intense. Ooh, so it's best to shut it down now. But that's so mean because I've been openly flirtatious the whole time and then just shut it down. But to be fair, he did say he would drown us in blood. I don't think it's actually locked in to Fenris. I don't think it's locked in with Fenris. Someone let me know, is it locked in with Fenris? I didn't feel like it was. He did say he'd have to think about it, but I don't know if that counts as being locked in. This camera angle is something. Yeah, it's showing a little. The holy grail is in front of us right now. No one has been locked in. He's not locked in. Okay, so me flirting is not locking it in either. I think I am going to tell him he's losing control. I do think we need to lock in with Fenris. I do think we need to lock in with Fenris though. As someone who's played this game a half dozen times and romanced anyone and romance everyone, that's what Anders is currently dreaming about. Ooh. We need to be like, yo, chill out, Shulk. See, if this was Shulk saying this, I would be like, that's my goat right there. Devotion. That's my goat. But this isn't Shulk, bro. This is a 40-year-old man. You know, this isn't my starry-eyed 19-year-old who, you know, just went through a lot. This isn't, you know, Shulk Xenoblade. This is just kind of scary 40-year-old Anders. Someone needs a therapist. Okay, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna say this.
This is Justice talking, not you.
We are the same. It is my passion for this cause that drives him. I will not give up this fight, Hawke. Know this now. One day, everyone in Kirkwall will have to choose a side.
He's getting very stern. That actually added some rivalry to him. Interesting. Where did bro walk away to? He's right there. Yeah, I'm going for Fenris. I don't really know Isabella like that.
I imagine Orzammar is like this, only with beards and an overwhelming sense of superiority.
That's it? That's the best you got? Yeah, nothing else to say. Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. You guys have no idea what I'm seeing. Okay, so next person is Aveline in the Viscount's Keep. I feel like you can't romance dwarves in this series because of how short they are. It's kind of why they don't do romance with like Lalafels in Final Fantasy 14, really. I mean, they look like little potato people, you know? So it feels weird to have them in a romantic setting when they look like they're children, even though some of these dudes got deeper voice than me. They're the Final Fantasy's dwarves, essentially, but they're a lot shorter than dwarves. The problem is, in Final Fantasy, they look really young, even when they have facial hair and stuff. Dwarves look grown. They look grown. Like, even though he is short, that looks like an adult, you know? But at Lalafels in 14, they don't look like adults to me. So that's probably why they don't do that kind of thing with them. Aveline.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed. You'd think the Captain of the Guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
You had to know cleaning up this mess would be difficult.
It's not the challenge, it's the unending part. And really, I blame you. You poured money into a pot that was already full. Everything has shifted. Good job validating the fears of every anti-Ferelden and Kirkwall.
Grouse all you want, but the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try.
Love to see
You
that.
among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right.
Oh, is she
I'm with you if you need me, Hawke. Just
Oh,
say the word.
did she say that because I haven't brought her with me in a while? That's actually, I felt like they did that once before too. But that's really neat if that's the case, you know? That's actually really neat if that's what they're actually doing.
Oh, I might be able to give you a hand with that.
I believe it.
Easy as pie. Fine day, isn't it, Chell?
Indeed it is.
There we go. Let's get out of here. Wait, in here? Mess hall. Let's go. Dwarf hero for Ferelden. Yeah, you're right. I guess if you're a dwarf, you can romance people. But if you're not a dwarf, you can't romance people. Interesting. So that is all of my things for that. So let's go ahead and do this night terrors. We need to go back to the low town.
Was I in your way?
Yes, you were. The dwarf town, low town alienage. And that does change depending on what you do or not do by the time you talk to them. Interesting. Interesting. Grab this. Let us go. Haven't been by here in a little bit.
Come here. I hate these alienages.
I know. We have to talk to
I was
Ariani.
hoping you'd come. You did so much for my Fainriel already, but I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him, and now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Fainriel went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
How could I
I
help?
have braved the Fade before. Perhaps I can aid him.
You have been so kind to us. Fainriel thinks of you as a true friend. Keeper Marathari thinks an ancient Dalish ritual can help free Fainriel, but someone he trusts must enter the Fade to guide
Oh
him
shoot,
out.
we going back to the Fade.
Don't know how much help I'd be to you there.
I've already called for the Keeper. We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
I'm ready to go.
This is too urgent to delay.
You have been far kinder than I had any right to expect.
That's what we do for our people out here, man. Oh, I wish I had Meryl with me. I didn't expect to see the Keeper. I would have brought Meryl with me. Crap, I wish I brought her with me. I guess it doesn't matter too much. It won't be that different. If she says something about like, I wish Meryl was with you, I'm reloading the game. If she says that, I'm reloading the game. Good. Better not say nothing at all. The music in this game is really good.
I came quickly, Ariani. I did not wish to tell you by letter how grave your son's situation is. The magic he possesses makes him what the Tevinters called Somniari, a dreamer. Dreamers have the power to control the beyond, what humans call the Fade. Fainreal is the first in 2 ages to survive.
What exactly are we going to do here?
The elves of the Dales were experts in the Somniari arts. They could even help those with no power enter the Fade. I have done my best to recreate the ritual. We will use Fainreal's childhood home as a focus to draw him back through the veil.
Just send me into the Fade.
I told you her courage was legendary.
Now, Ariane, please excuse us. We must prepare.
Oh, of course.
There is more I must tell you that is not for her ears.
Is Fainreal in danger?
Indeed.
Oh, crap.
And the danger may not come from what you think.
There's stuff in the
Fainreal
Fade.
cannot become an abomination. The destruction he would cause is unimaginable. If you cannot save him from the demons, you must kill him yourself. A death in the Fade will make him what your circle calls tranquil. He will be no threat after.
I will not let him become a danger.
I wish you luck. Now, gather a team, and we will begin. Choose carefully, for all will face temptation.
Multiple
I
else
worry
gets to
what the
go?
journey to the Fade might bring out in me.
I have no desire to explore the Fade, but if you need me, I will go.
I admit, I'm a little fascinated.
Let us begin.
Oh, you can choose. I wonder, okay, I wonder if something unique happens if you have multiple mages, you know? I think realistically, if this is going to be something difficult, then I would like to bring Anders because of the extra healing. You know, he's dang near a dedicated healer for me. Also, why do they keep showing Carver, bro? Is he going to show up later in the game? You know, he's just all Grey Warden over here. I think I might go in with this particular group. I kind of want to see what Meryl is like, but I haven't upgraded her stuff, you know, which is a little annoying. But she also can't learn regular healer stuff. So I'm probably just going to leave it. I'll just leave it because, again, she can't learn any actual healer stuff. So for now, I think I'm going to just do this. Plus, we need some time with Fenris, man. So this is like the segment in Dragon Age Origins.
I had not thought to return in such a way.
Oh,
It is
shoot.
good to feel the breath of the Fade again, not the empty air of your world.
Justice, I presume.
We're just here for a visit, so don't get too homesick.
I am Justice. Anders has told you of me. Come. I sense Fainreal's mind straining. We will not have much time.
Oh man, we're back in another Fade segment, guys. Lock in. Lock in. What the what the frick is that? A book? What? I'm standing right here. Grab this book. It's not landing in the exact same spot every time. Yeah, like it skipped. Okay, let me go right here. Wait, that's different than before. Oh, I got it. Oh. Yo. I'm glad I'm glad I kept going. 1 point, that's the best you got? All right, well, that puts me to 40 though, so yay, 40. Yay. 40. All right, let's lock in, guys. Lock in, lock in. Yeah, hello? I doing? Okay. Oh. Wow. That actually jump scared me. I'm not going. That's kind of embarrassing. That actually jump scared me. I was so locked in on the puzzle. I wasn't paying attention to nothing else.
Messing with us is suicide.
So did we just do something wrong? I guess I did it right because the puzzle isn't on anymore. Maybe I did it wrong and I can't try again. But, oh well. I'll chalk that up as KingdomAce getting another puzzle right. No, I don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. Anyone in here? More barrels? What am I doing? I don't understand. I have no idea what I'm doing. Dude, I'm so scared for a jump scare, bro. I'm not even kidding, bro. I don't know what makes you win. So it's like, I'm scared. I don't want the sound and music to like get me or something. FYI, in the previous puzzle, you had to move the big barrels to the top and the small barrels to the bottom. You had a limited amount of attempts, so the game doesn't tell you that. Really? Okay, I would never have guessed that there was a limited amount of guesses. I just thought, okay, I did the right thing. Dude, the characters keep getting in the way. Yeah, I just got it wrong, bro. I don't even care. Literally just getting it wrong to the point of just killing these dudes is just easier. Don't show me another barrel, bro. If I'm not playing Donkey Kong Country, I don't want another barrel, bro. What am I looking at right here? Why are you that color? That's crazy sentence out of context. I'm sorry. Don't know. What's that say? I can't use magic out of combat, so. Well, don't know. It could be 11, it could be 13, it could be 30. It don't really matter. I don't know either way.
Two forgotten magics in one day.
Ooh.
It's usually a slow place, the Fade. Not many surprises. I wasn't sure I'd like this one, but it has potential. A demon of sloth. It exists to make men forget their purpose and their pride. Do not relax around it. Corny Torpor. I have a proposition that might interest you.
I will not give in to temptation, fiend.
Have it your way.
I know some people are like, oh, why don't you listen to it for the story? Bro, ain't nothing he say that would interest me. We don't mess with sloths, bro.
Seems to be unhealthy.
Interesting. Two different ways to go. Fainreal's pride. Fainreal's desires. Well, I think the desire route is probably the more fun route. Am I right, guys? Wait, this is pride. This is the way I came from? It is. Oh. No. Oh.
That's it, Fainreal. Hard on the downstroke, then lift. Good. I'll have you scribing all my letters soon. If I'd known you were such a brave lad, I'd have brought you into the business years ago.
Does that mean I can come with you to Antitha, Father? Mother said maybe this summer. Right, Mother?
Your father never wanted anything to do with you. Don't trust him.
Why are you lying to me?
Don't listen, son. She's always been ashamed of you. She wanted you gone, so she could go back to the dailies. I'm the one who loves you.
But why can't I remember you?
It's not your father, Fainreal. You're trapped in the Fade by a demon.
A demon? No. No, I want this!
Then remember this is who took away them.
Only thing you ever wanted. You turned him against me.
You turned him against me? Oops.
Complete accident. I was trying to help, honest.
You have cost me a dreamer, but at least you will provide me a death.
Yeah, about that. Ain't no way we cooked him that fast. Ain't no way we cooked him that fast. Anakin, yeah, that's literally what she said. Wait, it's another one of those ones that's not dying. I love the mage animations in this game, dude. They're so fun. They're so fun. Enemy? Oh, down there. Remember, while we're here to save this kid, bro. We're here to save this kid. He's trapped right now. And after playing Dragon Age Origins, we know how dangerous this can be for somebody. So we gotta save him. He's just a kid, bro. We gotta save him. Maybe this this entire stream will be the Fade section, just like in Origins. Maybe. Nothing in here. I keep seeing that book everywhere. Combat animation as a whole are just fantastic. Yeah, they're awesome. And then I transform back into his mother again. Oh, who am I? Who the freak is that?
I present to you our hope. His features may mark him as human, but in his heart beats the blood of the Dales. He came to us to learn his heritage, to release the power from a lineage as ancient as our race.
I don't know what to say.
This is a trick.
First Enchanter, What are you doing here? Mother told me the Dalish are honorable. Why would the Keeper lie?
Why would she entrust her people to a human?
You are one of us, Fainreal. Your magic will restore our greatness.
But you told me this magic was outlawed for a reason. Even the Dalish don't practice it anymore.
That's not the Keeper.
That's a demon, Fainreal. It wants to trick you.
He lies. The first enchanter is a pawn of the Templars.
What?
Silence, demon!
There you go.
Weren't you? Keeper Marathari warned me of this.
There you go.
You're not the Keeper. Mother's people have no circle, but they don't consort with demons.
There you go. There you go.
You. Why did you interfere?
With my power joined to his, Fainreal would have changed the world.
Feel like something out of Doom. Isn't what he wanted, not worth it. Only as your
There
slave.
can be no honest deal with a demon.
No. You think I will lie then, when I offer your friends what Fainreal turned down? You think this slave would choose you over his freedom?
Cast your eyes elsewhere, demon. I won my freedom from the Magisters long ago.
Let's freaking go.
Still, they have left their marks on your body and your mind.
Come on, Fenris.
With my aid, you
Come
could
on.
be free forever. You could have power enough to challenge any who would chain you.
Don't listen, Fenris. Don't you dare. Don't listen, Fenris.
If you accept, you are no better than the magistrates.
But to face them as an equal, what would you want from me?
No, Fenris.
A moment of your time.
Fenris. No. No! 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 No way! No, Fenris, please, man. Please, bro. I'll reload the whole freaking game. I'll reload. Fenris, please don't do this, man. Fenris, please don't do this. Don't. Hold up. Does that mean I have to kill Fenris? Somebody tell me right now. Don't worry, you want to actually kill him? Okay, say less. Okay. It's just a lover's quarrel, okay? Bro, where'd he go? Is he just gonna not be with me now? Cutscene. Ghostly elf. Fenris, where are you? Fenris? No, man, I wanted to tell him. No, I should have just fought. No, Fenris. I know you guys said it'd be okay, but I have to know, man. I have to know. I have to know. Wait, how far back is this? It's like 4 minutes. I'll take that chance.
I
Say no.
But you told
That's
me.
not the Keeper. Isn't it what he
Boy
wanted?
only wants his freedom, not your power.
Those who are free to choose. You think this?
Cast your eyes elsewhere, demon.
But with my aid, you could be free forever.
Don't you
could have power enough to challenge any who would chain you.
Don't you dare.
Turn on me, Fenris, and you'll regret it.
And thus you resort to threat.
And he is so free to condemn others for the same sin.
What?
A moment.
There's nothing you can do there. That has to happen. That has to happen. That has to happen. There's no way it was just the dialogue option I chose. There's no way. That really has to happen? That kind of sucks. Is it a friendship check if I had him over the halfway point, would that have made a difference? Like, for example, Varric is full friend. Could that have still happened to Varric even if he's full friend? Yes, this betrayal always happens. There's no avoiding it with one of your companions. Yeesh. I kind of hate that it was Fenris though. Dang, and that sucks because I feel like that's something he'll regret later, you know? Well, it sucks because now my warrior's gone. At least I still have a rogue. Ain't real. You okay, little man?
I can't spend another moment in this place. The screaming. Everywhere, all I hear are the nightmares of people dying, fleeing, gnawing their own arms off to escape. This is a world of monsters. And they all want me. Please, help me escape. Help me die.
You won't die.
If I kill you here, I only destroy your mind. You will become a tranquil.
I was afraid of that for so long. I can't even remember why. To live. To sleep without dreaming. To never hear a demon's whisper. It is a blessing as great as standing at the Maker's side.
Is this truly necessary?
Do it. Put the knife in my heart.
I won't kill you.
You can master this talent, Fainreal. You don't have to let it destroy you.
The Dalish do not have what I need. Perhaps Tevinter. If these powers can be trained, it would be there. I can do this.
You can. I believe in you.
Fainreal has mastered his powers.
Then he lives. You saved him. I cannot thank you enough. Keeper Marathari, may I return with you to the Sunderlands? I would like to ask for my son's forgiveness.
Of course. It was you who chose to stay away.
Fenrir is leaving.
He must go elsewhere to train. There is no one in Kirkwall to help him. He asked me to say goodbye.
My son? No. I must find him before he goes.
It is wise for him to seek guidance. Kirkwall cannot provide what he needs. I truly did not think what you did was possible. You are a rare human indeed.
And I must apologize for my weakness. I would have thought myself above such influence.
I find there's nothing like being possessed to keep you on the straight and narrow.
Your friend awakened here some time ago. No one is immune to a demon's offer.
I am.
You accomplished a miracle with Fainreal. This book belonged to the last dreamer of our tribe. It has a rare magic beyond price. Please, accept it with my gratitude.
Shouldn't it go to the current dreamer? Maybe he'll get something out of it. And there's the Tome of Slumbering Embers. What is that? And it's just loot that I can sell. Brother. That's it. I knew Fenris would have a quest. That's why I went and checked. I'm like, I knew he would have a quest. Awesome. I'm glad. I wanted to see that. Okay, let's do Fenrir's quest.
Did I hear correctly? You are an abomination.
Why don't you shout? I don't think everyone heard you.
Do you see yourself as harmless then? An abomination who would never harm anyone?
Like ripping someone's heart out of his chest?
Yikes.
I did that at the behest of no demon.
So we agree that it doesn't take a demon for someone to be a vicious killer. Good.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie. Anders kind of cooked you there. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of cooked you there. Fenris. F5. What a time to be alive.
I have been thinking about what happened in the Fade. I apologized for my weakness, but the more I think about it, the more I believe you are also to blame. Why did you take me into the Fade? We should have hunted the boy's body down and killed him.
Fainreal deserved a chance.
If the boy could be helped, I had to do something.
You are strong, Hawke, but not all mages are like you. I simply hope we don't all regret the day you learn just how true that is.
That's it? Crap, I want more. Why was there no romance option? Dang it. But it really was your fault, am I right? I feel like some people would not like Fenris because of stuff like that. Let's do search and rescue. They're holding an apostate on the Wounded Coast. Let's go to the Wounded Coast. If you're friends, he doesn't blame you. I don't know how. The thing is, to be friends with Fenris, you just have to side with him for everything. You have to be violent when it calls for it. You don't be sympathetic. You have to be cruel basically whenever possible.
Do you know?
No, and it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Dang.
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
Dang, calling him out, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Fenris, you have Anders cooking you twice, bro. I would never let that happen to me personally. I would never be cooked twice by the same dude. Just be cruel to mages. I'm just not doing that. If I wasn't playing a mage, I feel like it's just doesn't feel as genuine if I'm being cruel to mages all the time when I am a mage. You could say, oh, because I'm a mage, I understand it, but like that just doesn't fit right with me. Because clearly, even when you can be cruel, if you choose to not be cruel, you end up seeing the best sides of people a lot of times, you know? Sometimes people just need a chance. I mostly like Fenris because his design is cool and his voice actor's awesome. But I don't agree with him as a person that much. I'm not the kind of person who'd use my hurt feelings or my trauma, you know, to, you know, and push it onto other people and take it out on others. This is not who I am. But I know dudes like that. I do. Am I going the right way? I don't know. Because for some reason I still can't fully see. Looks like it. So we love character growth. Yeah? Yeah. I think he does have feelings for Hawke. I mean, he is considering it after all. And he doesn't think, you know, Hawke would like that. Reminds me of a character somebody would make in Final Fantasy 14. You might be onto something. Ooh. Oh, whoa, I forgot haste is on right now. Ooh. You're alive? Oh. Got him. What you got? Void's hammer. Oh, 27. Oh man, for 5% attack speed, that could be worth it. But 27 sovereigns is out of this world, bro. It is out of this world. I'm sorry, it is. I'd be willing to pay 5 sovereigns for that though. I need to go by the shops in town to make sure I can get some more upgrades for the characters. Bushflower. He respects Hawke more than he respects the rest. True. The other guy being denied a little longer. The dynamic of Fenris and Anders is that they're both hurt wild animals snapping at each other in the world. They're two extremes who should be able to relate to each other, but are too hurt to try. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Oh. I can't lock onto you.
You do get results, don't you?
Bro, I don't think Hawke got one of these dudes.
That's enough.
Done. Alas.
Dang. Okay, maybe Hawke is kind of broken, all right? I admit it. Maybe Hawke is kind of broken. Figure there'd be somebody up here. Oh, a trap. Oh, crap.
They're gonna kill me.
Oh my goodness, this blunt instrument is nuts. Dude, playing as Fenris is great, dude. Did somebody put cold on me? That wasn't me getting hit from Hawke, right? Why do you not have this? You have enough. So what's the problem? You're stunned. Dang. We made it. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. This chat is so smart. What? I'm telling you, bro. My community is filled with very smart and, you know, mentally up-to-date people. also helps that most of my audience is like, you know, older. You know, I've seen the analytics. Most of y'all put in y'all YouTube thing accounts that y'all are like over 25. You know, so we do just have more mentally mature, emotionally mature people. Not that everybody over 25 is mentally mature, but most of my audience is around my age. So I think that's why a lot of us can just get along, I feel, which is nice. Over 25 counts as older. Well, it actually did have a certain demographic. I just chose not to say what it was because I don't want to call nobody out. But let's just say a lot of us are around my age. So just makes sense. Frontal lobe is developed, yes. Most of our brains have stopped growing at this point. They're fully developed now.
Quickly, before more guards come. Terry said she'd find a way to rescue me. I will never forget this.
In the YouTube verse, kinda, I guess so. Like most of the biggest of creators are younger than me. Your Kai Cenats, your Ice Show Speeds, all of them are a good deal younger than me now. Like I think I'm at least 5 years older than Kai. I think 4 or 5 years older than him. And Ice Show Speed was getting views like this when he was still in high school. He was literally doing some of his high school tests and exams on stream. You know, so like, yeah, he a lot of these dudes are just really young, which is great, and I'm happy for them. You know, if I was like 18 and I'm already making all this money on YouTube, having a big community, you know, dude, I would be having the time of my freaking life, man. You know?
Did you ever think about killing yourself?
I could ask you the same thing.
I'm serious. To get out of slavery, to escape Denarius. Don't tell me you never thought about it.
I did not. To kill oneself is a sin in the eyes of the Maker.
You believe that?
I try to. Some things must be worse than slavery.
Some things are worse than death.
Dang. Very interesting conversations between them. Antagonistic turning to not. Also, why the freak did it not give me a teleport? They really wanted me to just run out of here. I didn't see a way out either. Oh, it's because I still got dudes to fight here. Makes sense. Oh my gosh, y'all seeing this? Yo, Fenris, good look. Wait. I'm gonna assume nothing else is back that way because I didn't come this way before. This is the way out. Enemies to lovers then goes crazy. So yeah, we need to go to the docks and we can do search and rescue and finish that off. Gather your party, adventure forth. Dude, I feel like we're moving, bro. That's my thing about RPGs. RPGs always talk about having all this content and all this stuff. It's all nice and stuff. But my biggest problem, you know, I would say my biggest problem with RPGs is that more often than not, RPGs do not make going out of your way for extra content, you know, swift and brief. You know, in a Trails game, I love doing the optional content because more often than not, it never feels like a bother. It never feels out of my way because I can click a button and now my entire game is moving at 6 times speed. So running to somewhere, getting through a teleport, moving to where I need to go all throughout the field or a dungeon and stuff like that, you know, that's not, it doesn't feel like I'm going out of my way because everything is so brief. I've been through these areas before. You know, I fought these same little goons and stuff before. Navigating somewhere never feels like a problem. It never feels like I'm going out of my way. It feels like I might as well while I'm at it. And I feel like that's how you do optional content in RPGs. Never make a player feel like you got to go out of your way to go and do something. You know, players should do things at their own discretion, but you should encourage them to want to do it because there's a benefit in it. Not only narratively, but also gameplay wise. That's why I always like, you know, talk about how Trails is one of the best RPG series ever, because more often than not, doing all the optional content is really worth it. NPCs bring up side quests in the main story. You can even meet story characters through through side quests first. You know, that literally happens in the first Trails game. If you do a side quest, specific side quest that you get early into the game, you meet a character, you know, but then you actually meet that character for the first time in the story. So if you did the quest, he's like, oh, you guys are the guys who helped me out there. Things have been so much better since you helped. Thanks so much, you know. But if you don't do it, he's meeting you for the first time because he is. And it's like little things like that are why I kind of want to do side quests, because now I not only got loot and gear and money, etc., through the quest itself, but I also got a narrative little bonus for doing it. That is awesome. That is good game design. That encourages players to want to do more, especially again, since it never feels like a bother. I just turned on 6 times speed or 4 times speed, ran through all the way through this town, all the way back to the end of this place I've been to already, did the quest, came right back, and now I'm done. That's great. It doesn't waste anybody's time, you know, and it's just really good.
I'd rather get planked than ground.
Just love that. Just a little rant I wanted to go on.
Advice on how to lay low, I can give you some.
Being short would make for an excellent start, I suspect.
Dang.
Keep that up, Sirrah, and you can keep on hiding like a rank amateur.
What would you suggest, Varric? Cower in the shadows like a rat?
You could try wearing something that didn't scream, I hate you all, I was a slave.
Dang.
Markings would still show.
Really? Through anything? That's kind of cool.
Sheesh. I'm listening to this while driving. Shout out to y'all who do be listening to my content. You know, I feel like I make some good second monitor content. I feel like some people initially, if you were to tell them you're like second monitor content or good listening content, some people would be kind of, you know, insulted. Oh, I want you to watch my stuff, of course. Why am I doing all this editing if nobody's watching it? You know, but I'm be honest, bro, if somebody's enjoying my content, that's all it really takes, bro. I don't really care, man. You could be listening to me from the other room, bro. As long as my video is playing, that's all I care about. As long as the stream is on, that's all I care about. You know, if we're talking financially, yeah, I mean, that's all that really matters. You know, but of course I'd want somebody to be able to do that. I listen to stuff while I drive and stuff like that too. Of course, you can't always comment if you're listening to a live stream while driving. Just stay safe, of course, you know, but you can't comment, but at least you're there, you know. And I unfortunately got one of those voices where it's like, you know, it's probably more fun to listen to me than watch me, you know. So that's just how it is.
Many thanks, monsieur. Your payment?
Thank you. So now I say we go by how to frame a Templar. We need to go to Lowtown for this one and go to the Hanged Man, I believe. Don't call me out for second monitor watching. I say this because like one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, Josh Drive Hayes, his community always calls him that he's peak second monitor content, and I'm just like, bro. I kind of took that like as insulting. It's like, dang, why would they say that to him? You know, that's kind of mean. But no, he encourages it. You know, as long as you're playing the video, that's fine. As long as you're there for the takes and the words. I feel like in a way, if you're listening to somebody, you might even be taking in the words they're saying even more, you know? I say we actually take a trip to Hightown real quick. I do want to drop some stuff by the house, but I also want to sell some things.
You should have lived in Tevinter. You'd be happier there.
You're probably right.
There, your magic would be a mark of honor. Apprentice to the right magister, you would do well.
Is there a downside?
Only if you're bothered by owning a few slaves and performing the occasional blood ritual.
Dang.
So they all do those things?
Just the ones who don't complain about how powerless and persecuted they are.
Girlfriend was like, I'm an elf with white hair and mysterious markings. There's no amount of camouflage that can hide me. Only egoists. Also, again, I said it before, but where's my business partner? Why isn't he here? Only egoists would have a partner problem with that. You gotta be on to something. You're on my TV PS5 while I scroll and play games. That sounds fun. You're best watching on my phone content, no monitor ace. If I watch, I'll admit I prefer a live stream on my computer, like on my other monitor, because I have 3 monitors across this way. I would prefer like a stream taking up half of one of my monitors or something, just so I can occasionally look to see what they're doing, you know. But I do watch streams on my phone. I'm not really a stream watcher. Like, the only real streams I watch are some of my friends, really, you know. My friend Tonberry, you know, I think she might even still be streaming right now. But I like watching her, but when I watch her, I'm on my phone usually, but I don't usually prefer watching on my phone though, but it is convenient. Oh, this is for Sebastian. This is specifically what I wanted to do. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just not into selling a lot of my crap. I do think I hate to sell the tome of slumbering. She's talking about how worth this thing is. It's worth 70 silvers, bro. Oh, speaking of Tonberry, thanks for the raid. I was literally just talking about her. We were talking about like watching streams, and I said I don't really watch live streams really. You know, if I do watch a stream, it's my friends, and I'll usually like watch my friend Tonberry, for example, like on my phone, even though I don't prefer watching stuff on my phone. You know, I'll have it up on my computer while watching, but I watch hers on my phone more often than not because I'm probably doing something, you know. And I said, actually, she's probably still streaming right now. And then literally like 30 seconds later, that's when you raided. Funny coincidence. Unbelievable timing. That's what I'm saying. Yo, thank you all. I hope you had a good stream. I'll be, of course, watching the VOD when I can. Been streaming a whole bunch lately, so haven't been able to catch a lot of people's streams, unfortunately. But y'all know I send y'all my love and everything. Another backpack, let's go. Oh, Isabella, Meryl, Fenris. Oh, baby, that's what I wanted to see right there. That's what I wanted to see. I just had the feeling you were talking about me. Sure. Hey, I appreciate the raid. Thank you. Really means a lot. Okay, so we should stop by the house to drop off some of my crap because we have plenty of space, but if we're about to get into some foolishness, I would rather have my pockets empty, if that makes sense. You know, I got so much money and weapons and unbelievable priceless artifacts in my pockets.
Ah, you've returned.
Nah, I don't care. Okay, let's put all this stuff back. I don't think I need a lot of this stuff. Wait, why do I have this stuff as upgraded? Oh, they gave me Carver's stuff. I forgot. Let's just put all that back. Right now, I don't think anybody needs any weapons upgrades, so I think we'll be okay. This is also just really good, but until I start really losing, I'm not going to worry about some stuff for now. And don't worry, there will be a time when I regret this, I'm sure. I'll keep a couple of this stuff. I'll keep that. No, I won't. I'll keep that. I'll keep that. Okay, I can't keep everything. I can't keep everything. Some stuff has to go. Put it back. Like when a kid's trying to get something from the store. But Mom, I just want this. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Order. Oh, Rune of Defense. I don't have any orichalcum, unfortunately. That's okay. Who needs it? Tar bomb. Never made one of those. Combustion grenades. I'll take some of those too. Since when was Ace a hoarder? LL, sell your junk. Unfortunately, hoarding in RPGs is unfortunately part of who I am. If you watch my Skyrim playthrough, yeah. Dude, people were genuinely angry with me for not getting rid of stuff. And why are you carrying around all this junk? Just sell your stuff. But it's my stuff. It is my stuff. Bro, get rid of it. Get rid of it. No, I will not. Let's make a couple things of protection, I'd say. if possible. Thank you, Sandal. I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3. Let's make a weapon. Oh, adds physical damage. Actually, speaking of that, I do think we should keep one of those weapons that I put back just in case, for our boy. We need something decent. He's got a maul right now as well. He's got a maul. I ain't talking Darth. Longsword 47. It requires weapon and shield, which I don't like. This could be worth it, but I feel like he has something more than that right now. I'll take this with me. This is mace, it's weapon and shield. It needs to be two-handed specifically, or else he won't take it. Blade of Red Birth. Oh, that's a dagger. Okay. All right, well, none of this stuff is going to matter. Not for me. I do think that it's about time I get a plus or something, but I just don't feel like any of this stuff is too crazy for me. +5 mana. Like I'm doing like +2 magic. +2 magic is like really strong, I feel. Let's bring that just in case. Let's bring that just in case. I do want to make the comparison. So if I have this, so if I put this on, I'm losing 2 magic, and my magic is basically what my damage is in this particular instance. If I do this, oh wait, 48, 67. So my DPS goes up massively. However, my attack goes down, but it doesn't really matter that much because attack is just for determining the success of actually attacking. This is actually much better. This realistically is much better. I think I should do plus. It doesn't say what kind of one this is, but maybe I should do, because this was a fire staff. Yeah, it does 22 fire damage. This is spirit damage. So part of my kit is around doing extra damage with fire. Because I don't have a fire staff anymore, it should still be okay. But do I have one that's spirit? I don't think I do, which kind of sucks. But in the end, I think I still have abilities. Yeah, fire plus fire damage. This is that's the only real thing. I don't really have anything else that makes it that way. So I guess it's okay to leave fire. Realistically, my fire attacks like these are still going to do more damage. I guess I'm just thinking that if I add this rune, then it'll be even better. But the thing is, I have 2 slots, so I can do this with the rune of fire and still do rune of lightning, because I think they both still work. They both should still work. This one does physical damage, but I don't think it's fully worth it. I wonder if I have any armor in there that I should probably switch to. This one was one of them, actually. And this was for a mage. 49, 90. +2 magic. The thing is, mine is just way too good, honestly. It's honestly just way too, it's too peak. I do kind of want to bring this with me too. I gotta have a lot of stuff with me now. 23, what's all the crap I'm bringing with me? I guess most of it is this stuff. Oh, it's the runes. Interesting. It's the runes. All right, let's go ahead and put this stuff on. So we'll do rune of fire and we'll do rune of lightning on this weapon. Let's go ahead and put the rune of impact on that just so we can kind of put it somewhere. Aveline, she should have one with her, I feel. I'm more willing to use... No, I don't want to put this on Aveline because it's such a weak weapon. 34. Two-handed. This one improves with level up, so I'm willing to put that. I would even actually make another one. I would actually make another one just for that. No, I feel like it doesn't need to do that. It already does good physical damage. Might as well add a magical property to it too. Most things don't, you know, they don't resist electricity, so I might as well go ahead and do that and put this here. And then the Pretender, Meryl, Fenris. Let's just do physical protection against them. Yeah, I did go and make more. Good. Isabella, you can have one too. Aveline, I don't know how often. Oh, that's just your thing. That should be fine. Yeah, put it on. There. That's my emotional support junk. I'm glad I'm finally catching a live. Perfect time to watch while I grind out around reborn relic weapons. Yo, good to see you. I appreciate that.
I can make it for you.
All right, Sandal, you already did your thing. I appreciate it.
That dog.
Oh, we already did that. Boom, boom, boom. I kind of hate that I'm bringing Anders so much, but man, I freaking love the Shulk voice, bro. I'm sorry. I love the Shulk voice. Lowtown Gallows. Lowtown Gallows. Lowtown Gallows. This is the right how to frame a Templar. There are other opportunities in Lowtown and the Gallows. So what is this? I don't want to do that. Emmerich, how to frame a Templar.
The Harbor Master's office filled the order. I just needed...
Defender of the Wall. Monolith's Heart. Interesting. Rune of Lightning Warding. Oh, Sebastian. Grab that.
Destination. Where are we sending it?
Glad you guys told me about how to find them. Now that I'm here, I can actually go and test certain things. You have the Oathbreaker 43. This is 34. That's a pretty big downgrade. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a good idea to do that. 39, 34, 384, 466. Yeah, that's a huge difference. And not worth. Not worth. Plus 29 attack. Definitely not worth. Physical damage. So this adds 20 attack, but the damage is different. Wait. If I did this. 484. 468. 486. 466. Okay, actually, it's a good idea I brought that because that is technically better for him. I just wish you could do that inside. Delivery order. Written on the scroll are orders to move impounded shipment of raw lyrium. Everything is filled out except who to send it to. Write in Conrad's name. Wait. Wait. Let's look at the journal again. Find ways to slander Sir Conrad Vernhardt. Sir Roderick and the Hangman is investigating corrupt Templars. There may be other opportunities in Lowtown and the Gallows. Okay, so this is the Gallows. I actually want to leave, and maybe we should do both. I bet you we do both, but I do want to check Lowtown as well. Why did the music just start bumping?
If you've got something to say, just spit it out.
Are you sure you want to encourage me? I might be about to confess my undying love.
I get that a lot.
I get that a lot. I don't actually see anything here. Interesting. I don't see anything here. I guess it just means that it could be one or the other.
What's on your mind?
I just realized it's been a while since any of the gangs in the Undercity came to my door.
They're busy people. Places to go, throats to cut. Maybe you've slipped their minds.
Right. The apostate running the free clinic in the sewers. Easy to forget. You didn't have anything to do with this?
You must have me confused with someone else. I'm just a businessman and a storyteller.
Aw. Varric is just kind of the goat. He kind of just is the goat. Nobody really has a problem with him, and even if they are rude to him, he usually just, you know, he takes it on the shoulder. I appreciate that. Write in Conrad's name. Yo, we have 50 people in here. Yo, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. You fill in Sir Conrad's name and pick up the scroll. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button, free boy. Follow. That way you'll be notified for more. So we can have Emmerich here, prime suspect. The others had okay, now we go to the dock worker. Should be right across here.
Message for you.
About bloody time. We'll deliver the cargo soon as we've unloaded the Antivan Queen.
Ah, now we've given the scroll. What do I have to do from you again? Grab this while I'm here.
Ah, my young friend. You've returned.
Bro, it's been 3
I
years.
sound like a chanter, since I know you've heard me say this before, but are you perhaps interested in a small job? I am still in need of a few rare ingredients that, I have to admit, are difficult to obtain.
I'll do it.
Let me know what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful. I'll write up a list for you.
I guess it counted as still doing fine. Oh, I got one ahead of time. Okay, so secondary is herbalist task. I guess because he acted as if I did it before, that means it counted the quest for me before, which is good. Find Dalish tattoo ink. The ink is sacred to the Dalish. It must be hard to obtain. Vart heralds are an ancient elven construct, meaning they'd be somewhere in Sundermount, but such beasts are unlikely to be simply stumbled upon. Okay, well, I don't mind actually continuing that. I don't mind actually continuing that. Oh, backpack. Yeah. Lyrium weave and Anders increase attack. Yeah. Yeah. Now our backpack's 90, guys. Let's go. Yes, sir. This is why we check. This is why we constantly check. There's no reason not to. No reason not to. I really don't need any potions. I kind of will take these though. Now that I don't feel like I have to save all my money all the time, I feel like I just take what I want. Heck, I'll take these too.
Welcome back to Souls, my friend.
Okay. I don't want to start that mission. Prime suspect is something I really want to do, but I kind of want to do a few things first. So wait, hold up. So first thing, so now that we did this mission, this part already. So that means I assume we do actually have to go to Lowtown now, or is it Lowtown at night? I didn't see anything at Lowtown there.
These thugs are plaguing the streets. I don't see a problem in giving them the fight they want.
I don't see it here either. Let's take a good look around. Herbalist tasks. Black powder courtesy. I don't see it anywhere. How to frame a Templar. Okay. Okay, there may be other opportunities in Lowtown and the Gallows. Maybe we should just run through Lowtown. Maybe we should just run through Lowtown. I don't really know what else to do. It's not labeled. So I guess we'll just have to run through. I don't think there's anything to actually worry about, but I guess this also gives us a chance to check out any shop we might have missed before. Do we have anything to do in Meryl's home? She has something she wants to say to me? Nope, she has nothing she wants to say to me at all. What is this, Meryl? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't actually want to know. Having no door in your room is kind of crazy, by the way. That's kind of crazy, by the way. Oh well. Okay. Oh, you're actually standing right here.
The keeper says Faenriel left in the night, before she even returned to him.
Ah, so she didn't catch up with him. Dang. Well, well. Hello? Anybody here?
My favorite spot? The whole city. The taverns in Hightown are all owned by the Merchants Guild.
Maybe there is something in the Hangman I should check out. I don't think so though. Oh, I just go back to Sir Roderick.
Who are you?
I'm here to report Sir Conrad.
I know him. Did he do something? Or something?
Are you alright?
One moment. Are you well?
Oh, it's just the, it's
yeah, I just
hard
realized.
To think sometimes. But I will do my duty. If you've seen something,
Jason, thanks for the raid.
Suspicious. Let
And
me
subbing.
know.
I appreciate you. Ah. He was bribed by mages. My brain's scattered right now. We just pinned something on him. He's been sacrificing goats. Saw him murder somebody. Conrad bribed by mages.
Sir Conrad caught some apostates. They offered him coin to let them go, and he took it.
Sir Conrad? Are you sure?
Is that,
I'm afraid
is
so.
that believable though?
This needs to be reported. I can't believe it.
Okay, it says a variety. Okay, that's what I was curious about. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Hope your stream went well. Seek out Mistress Selby at the docks to get a reward. Oh, so it's already just done. Interesting. All right. It's that easy to ruin somebody's life, May. At the docks. It's that easy to ruin somebody's life, man. Let's go. Let's go. Making money off of somebody else's misery. Dragon Age. Dragon Age. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm running faster. I do think what you said, the running faster does mess with detection of stuff. I think you are right.
It's a dangerous place for our friends, but you've made their lot easier. Several of them put their coin together to get you this.
One sovereign. Thanks for that. Oh, something after How to Frame a Templar? Hawke, I must tell you of a recent event. Sir Conrad was fighting with another Templar. Then Sir Roderick came in, laying accusations against Sir Conrad. And the Templars were in an uproar. In the middle of the chaos, a dockwork came up and said, "Calm as you please. You, Sir Conrad, got a shipment of raw lyrium for you. Sign here." It took all my resolve not to burst into laughter. Needless to say, Sir Conrad was whisked away and hasn't been seen since. I don't know how you did it, Hawke, but you saved a lot of apostates. A friend. There we go. Neat. Again, it feels more personal, the struggle with mages and stuff, because you're playing as one. You know, I'm sure we would have got a scene of that in Origins as well. But here, because of how bad things are with mages, it feels good to be playing as one.
You are Hawke. A patrol went missing along the Wounded Coast. The Arashok says you have some semblance of honor. So tell me, did you kill them?
If I did kill them, why would I tell you? You'd just attack me.
I seek an answer to a question. What has happened to the missing Karatam? Vengeance is not relevant to this task.
I'm at the top of your list.
I can't be your only suspect. There's Coterie, Carter, Templars. Take your pick.
You think the boss in this city could fell a Karatam? Hardly. You are another matter.
Well, you got me there.
I waste my time here.
Oh. So we could just find out what happened to him. So they went missing on the Wounded Coast. I feel like that's a pretty quick mission, so let's do that before we do Prime Suspect. I also do want to do Black Powder Courtesy because it's like a continuation. How's your Dragon Age going through all the games going? Good. I had a lot of fun with Origins. I thought that game was freaking awesome. And now I'm having a lot of fun with Dragon Age 2. Oh, I'm already being attacked.
Never taunt a maid!
That's enough! There!
Hold up, hold up. Ow, that hurt. Oh, haste is crazy. Like, stop healing, stop healing. Where are you?
I think I got blood on my coat.
Thought I could jump right here. Enchanted locket. I like the loot system in this game so far. I mean, it just feels like junk, but it literally just calls it that.
Watch out!
You had to be someone from before that just didn't die.
Healing would be welcome.
Oh. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hold up. Simmer down there, guys. Y'all are doing too much damage to him. This will finish him off. Dude, I'm telling you, Hawke is crazy, bro. That fire damage is nuts, bro. I don't even have the fire staff on because it was doing fire damage plus making all my basic attacks do more damage because they were also fire. Let's not go the long way. Let's go the other way around. The playthrough where Bethany survives, it sort of still feels personal, but in a way you're defensive of your little sister. Makes sense. I'd like to see that. I'm glad I did play female Hawke in this game. I'm very interested in seeing how the next game goes. Again, don't tell me, but I do really hope we go back to being able to play as other species in the next game. Bro, what are these dudes doing, bro? What are y'all doing? Like, where are y'all going, bro? Actively go after them. I don't know where you're going. Dude, you feel like you're really hitting these guys. I feel like the sound design in this game is really good. Like that. Like, you really feel like you're hitting them, bro. And now that I got a blunt instrument, it hits even harder. With all's favor. Grabbing my elf root because that's most important. I'm going to these guys. Screw that. Oh my goodness. You see how fast he goes with haste? This is so insane. Man, I'm so glad I'm playing this game, bro. Oh, I'm so glad I'm playing this game. In terms of abilities, how are we? Next level up, we're getting haste 2 on Hawke. That way I don't have to feel like I'm missing out. I do think in general, though, what I really love too is this vengeance one. 8 allies being a group heal is so good. It doesn't look like there's a group heal in this game outside of that. If you want group heals, you need to no. Hawke has spirit healer, revival, group heal. I have to spec into that. I do actually have to. I actually wish I didn't spec into force mage, and if I could respec, I would actually take that away, because it's probably going to be a while before we do that. I'm just the red mage kind of girly, I guess, you know? The red mages are just the best. I know red mages aren't really D&D, but they're just mages who can do both black magic and white magic. You know, I like heals and I like black magic, you know? Oh, what is going on over here? Let's go and focus this on you. This should be quick. That move is so powerful, man. Like it's basically a win button. As long as they're group up, it's dang near just a win button. The Lost Patrol. Report this to the Canarian before nightfall. Okay, sounds good. Wait, there's something going on over there. Raiders? Oh, we might as well go put them out too. Hawke has an elf root fixation. It's a pro tag thing. Raiders on the cliffs. Help the guards assault the raider base. Okay. This was actually part of another mission. Cool. He did not. How did that get him in the eye right there?
Are you the reinforcements? I thought the captain would send more.
You're a member of the guard, right?
I'm Lieutenant Harley, and this is what's left of my patrol. This disaster is my first routine assignment.
What are you talking about? You think we're guards?
Bollocks! Little Bedham must not have made it back. We're up against Evert's Marauders.
Evert's
They're leaders
Marauders.
up there, and Victor Longdeath's handiwork you've already seen. We tried 2 sorties up the path, but it's trapped to oblivion. Now I'd be thankful just to get out of here alive.
Well, we have a rogue.
Fair guard dog! You've brought friends!
Shut your mouth!
For price I'll help. Then let's attack them together. Stay here, I'll do this alone. Ooh.
It's too dangerous for you and your men. Stay put. I'll take care of it.
Look out for traps. Be careful. Evert's Marauders are deadly.
F5. Probably surrounded. Clear out the hideouts while she hangs back. Okay, let's actually pull this out. F5. I hope the movement thing isn't actually messing it up.
Watch where you step.
Ooh, there we go.
We're good to go.
Nice. Ooh.
I can do this.
If I were to do this on you guys. I was hoping he wouldn't hit a trap. Dang, that was easy. That couldn't be just them. Let's keep going. F5, what a time to be alive.
Everyone stay still and try not to make any loud noises.
There we go. F5. Ooh. Okay. Now haste. Come on. Oh, crap. Wait. Oh, nice. Oh, crap. I'm in the circle. Uh-oh. I think I might actually be cooked here. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Come on. No! That's okay. I can bring it back. I can bring it back. Dude, you can't heal me? No! They literally all hit me at the same time. Not much I could do there. No, they all went inside the thing. Okay, we can clutch this. We can. Bro, if you don't hit all of them. No! Oh, a trap. Oh, oh yeah, I'm cooked actually. Yeah, I'm cooked actually. Dang. Crap. That was my fault. The mages are so dangerous in this game. They're really dangerous. They're really dangerous. F5. Dude, Spyro was awesome, man. I can't wait to see more. I'm hoping it's not just a flight sim. Bro, you see how fast he died this time? Literally, most of my deaths are me not playing as my main character.
They're all dead?
Crap, you talking to me with my foot in a bear trap.
I'll tell Lieutenant Jalen at the Keep what you've done. I'll make sure he rewards you. Men! We're heading home!
Yeah, I was hoping it's not Spyro freaking, Ooh, extra rune slot. I was hoping it's not Spyro freaking, Superman 64, you know?
Everyone stay still and try not to make any loud noises. Easy as pie.
I know there's a trap here.
Watch where you step.
Piece of cake.
Quick and easy. F5?
We're good to go.
Nice. Okay, I think that's everything. All right, that's all quests. Let's make our way back now. F5, what a time to be alive. Homeboy could have lived a few minutes longer and would have been fine, but unfortunately, that's not how it all shook out. Is there a way out up ahead? There is. It's probably faster to just go the full way. Wonder if I'm gonna get jumped. Saw a chest down there, but I'm pretty sure it was opened. All right. We out of here. Blood mages are the worst. Yeah, they're annoying. They do a ton of damage though, so I can't blame them. Well, I can blame them, but you know what I mean. I didn't worry about what I saw when I saw the flying through the rings. I'm hoping it was just showing that you can fly around in the open area. Yeah, because free flight is the thing I think they were trying to show.
I found your patrol. They won't be coming back.
You have stolen my duty, Basra. We were supplied for this task, but you have done this instead. Take what was meant for us.
Binky's comfort? What the freak is Binky's comfort? I don't know what Binky's comfort is supposed to be. Oh, it's a sword. Two-handed. Kind of weak compared to what, you know, my boys are rocking right now. But we did level up off that, which is awesome. Let's get to 40 magic. Yeah. And now let's do more constitution. Okay. Now we can officially do haste. Yes. Yes. That's what I like to see. Black powder courtesy. Ship spotter. Swatch of the jackyard. At the keep. Okay, let's just go and report this then. A lot of people were in for a real big disappointment because they're trying to hype themselves up saying it would be a Skylanders game. I don't want a Skylanders game. I want a regular Spyro game.
Did you misplace this?
Why is it telling me about that now? Everybody leveled up off of that. Yeah, okay. Let's just put the rest into strength for you. Now you're at 40 strength. Okay. Turns chaotic, stunning most enemies. Protects him more effectively. Whirlwind. Brittle. I do kind of want one of these stuns. I'm going to put this into cunning. And then once cunning's at 40, that should be the last thing for cunning, I think. Someone said 40, or it was 40 or 60. But I want you to be able to handle most things. Kickback, overtime. That's what I want. I want overtime for you. And then for you, let's get you to 40 magic. And then with a repulsion, valiant aura, vengeance. This cannot be used same time as panacea. Stacks and spells inflict much more damage because able to cast martyr, but he's much more susceptible to damage and cannot be healed. I just don't like that, I guess. I don't like that. I don't like that side of the tree, personally. It might be time for you to get Firestorm, I guess. Firestorm, or maybe you should get something the others don't have. Like Chain Lightning. I feel like you're more of the support mage. But again, 2 Firestorms is never a bad thing. 2 Firestorms are never a bad thing. 40 is the max. Okay, good. I couldn't fully remember. when you go through a lot of comments and stuff, sometimes you do just kind of forget sometimes. Okay, so Raiders on the Cliff. So let's go and report back to Jalen now. Then we'll go and do Prime Suspect. Because I said that's what I do, and we're going to do it. And then we'll come back to the Aeroshock. What did I just say I was going to do? Raiders on the Cliff. I don't know how you get rivalry with him. Like, if you're just a generally decent person, that's what Varric usually likes, you know? Wait, how do I get it? I don't know how I missed that.
Lieutenant Harley said I should see you about a reward.
That's it. Not even going to mention your scuffle with Evit's marauders. Killing the whole lot of them.
I wish I'd been there sooner.
They killed a lot of good people.
They won't kill anyone else, thanks to you. There's one small rub, though. Their leader, Evitz, wasn't there, was he?
No, they were led by Fel Orden.
Evitz is the worst of the lot. He may try to get revenge one day.
I can handle him.
I dare him to try something.
Ha! He'd be a fool to, indeed. Thanks again for your help.
3 sovereigns, not bad. Did it once looking up quests just to do it. It won't do it again. Found it kind of hard. It felt really slimy. But yeah, like why? You know, especially since he's the one telling your story right now. It just kind of feels like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Seems like I can get some of this stuff here. I did say we do Prime Suspects, and Prime Suspects is a main story mission. So I'm okay with this. Do I have stuff I need to drop off at the house? I think I'm mostly okay. So let's go ahead and go to Prime Suspect. No more dilly-dally.
Hello, Emmerich. Aveline says you need my help again.
I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Ninette, Marin, and the other women.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
I've heard that name before. Really, that's his name.
Dupuis? That's a funny name.
It's Olesian. I believe he is descended from nobility. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something. The guards raided his mansion and found nothing. They were forced to apologize, and I was reprimanded. Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation. But she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
So you come to me.
And I'm supposed to be the outside help.
My hands are tied. I can't do this on my own. What if one of the women who died was someone you loved? If Gascard Dupuis is guilty, he must be stopped before he kills again. We have to try.
I'll do it.
If it means that much to you, I'll help.
Bet.
You'll need to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall. Please figure out what Dupuis is hiding. If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
Okay. He doesn't necessarily mind being wrong. You know, he just wants to, you know, get through this, essentially. And he's in Hightown at night. I feel like you kind of need a warrior and you need a rogue together. I just don't see how, like right now, I don't have a lot of moves that allow me to yeah, versus brittle targets. So I stagger enemies as a warrior, and then as a rogue you do a cross combo, but I haven't been able to take advantage of that basically the whole game. I don't really see a chance to do that. Maybe I'm just messing up. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, backlash. That seems to do it. Anything else seem to do that? Doesn't seem like it. But I've been playing this game a lot. I can tell because my clicker finger kind of hurts. I can tell I've been playing the game a lot. I feel like this might be the most consistent I've been with a game on the channel. Granted, I was doing my thing with Dragon Age Origins. There was a time when, like, when you just saw a new upload of Dragon Age Origins, I was probably 3 or 4 episodes ahead. Oh, shoot. Do you see how fast he shoots, bro? More coming out the woodworks. Dude, bows are disgusting.
Line them up. I'll take them down.
I wasn't sure how to feel about Varric's, you know, combat before, but I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Are you gonna start hitting something? Okay. Oh, one over here still.
There's a lesson to be learned here. Messing with us is suicide.
Dang, I like the bow. I like the idea that weapons level up with you. If you're willing to invest in a slightly weaker weapon that might not have as much benefits, you have a reliable weapon that can grow into something much better. Oh, I see. A lot of dudes out here in Hightown now. Dang, do you see that, bro? It might as well be a regular gun. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Dude, do you know how many people we literally just killed, bro? Like, these are people, bro. It's not my fault, though. They attacked me. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to just sit there and let them kill me. F5, what a time to be alive. Stupid, sexy Varric. W Bianca the crossbow. Okay, I kind of see why you guys didn't want me to unequip it. I get it. How's Bianca getting lonely with all these bodies, bro? All these bodies.
You'll have to be faster than that.
Let's back up a bit. Where you going? Where you going? Bianca does not deal with runaways. You face her bow like a real person. F5, what a time to be alive. Just play Varric the rest of the game at this point. You also can't. Pretty sure Varric has to use Bianca. Are you sure? It looked like I could. Oh, you might be onto something, because I could have sworn there was a time when I could have changed weapon. It's kind of weird that he's the only one that can't change a weapon, but he does feel like the most important character in this game. Oh my gosh, I see kind of why he does so much damage. He literally has the highest DPS in the game, well, like so far currently, and most of my party has 100% accuracy of attack, so it makes sense. I knew somebody was coming.
Frankly, I prefer the refugees.
Line them up for me.
Nice. Dude, I freaking love Adam Howden, man. His voice is so good. It's been neat seeing him as not the protagonist. Wait, where's that one song that I got? What was it called? This. Oh, it's a passive ability, so I don't actually have to click it or anything. He hasn't been running out of stamina either. He's been really fun to play. Nope, there's a story behind it, plus he's telling the story, so it goes according to what he knows. Most of the time, everyone's stamina bars are filled with sustained abilities because the basic attacks go hard. Yeah, they do. The basic attacks in this game feel a lot stronger than they did before, but I, as a rogue in the last game, felt like I was like destroying everything. Like when I got really good at my, I was hasted, nothing could stop me, realistically. Thank you note. Oh crap. That's not supposed to be in your house.
Better luck in the net.
Okay. Back up. No way he died. I just healed him. I should have waited to see if it fully healed.
Let's finish this.
There we go. I was.
We're in the right place.
Yeah, we are. Thank you, though. Gas guard, thank you kindly for your last shipment. It arrived in almost perfect condition. The requested payment is on its way. Please use the artifact with care. The creatures can be difficult to control, even for an experienced mage. A pleasure doing business. Your friend.
What creatures are they talking about? The Shades?
I hope not. Oh, someone's injured. Aw, does he have a boo-boo? Don't worry, buddy, I got you. Archer was my last origin character. Female dwarf noble was a fun time. I feel like I kind of like the Archer more here now. Maybe I just didn't take the proper time to like it in Origins, but like I tried to spec Leliana into one and I just wasn't feeling it at all. I tried, but I wasn't feeling it. Maybe it's the difference between using a bow and a crossbow. Crossbow feel like, I don't know, the sound design behind it feel like I'm doing something. This way just leads here. Let's check. Hello? Oh, wonderful. Oh, they're already there. Oh, dang. Is that it? A reply from Starkhaven. Miser Dupuis, this is in regards to your inquiry about missing mages. I would like to remind you that the duty of seeking out missing mages, if there were any to begin with, would fall to the Templars of Starkhaven, not a minor noble from Kirkwall. I'd also like to take this opportunity to remind you that the Circle of the Magi as a whole does not welcome casual inquiries about the mages in its care. Thank you, First Enchanter Radek.
Maybe Gascard was looking for help from another mage.
Interesting. We're piecing things together. I'm excited for Inquisition. It's the first game I heard about Dragon Age from. And I assume it's like the Final Fantasy VII of the series, I guess. You know, it's the one where it's not the newest one. And to some, it might not even be the best one. It's just the one a lot of people had as their first game. And it just was like such a departure and a big step for the series, you know, that, you know, it just did a lot for people.
Blood magic. Someone's been naughty.
So I'm excited for it. Meredith's apology. Monsieur Dupuis, please accept my humble apologies for recent events. The Templar Emmerich has been reprimanded for his wrongful accusations and for rousing suspicions within the city guard that led to the raid on your estate. I will see that he is restrained in the future. Knight Commander Meredith. Interesting.
He stopped Emmerich from investigating by getting Meredith on his side.
Just?
Women's clothing. Perhaps they were taken off the murdered women.
Yeah, and there's all these rooms with the bare minimum here as well. Probably where they were being held. Really? I mean, I can't imagine how, with how good this game is. If this game is such a big step down from Origins, I just don't see it. You know, and again, this isn't me saying it's not a downgrade, because even so far in this game, it is a downgrade in some department. You know, the biggest one is, of course, you have to play as a human. I do think that adds to the story, so it makes sense for this decision. But again, in a fantasy game, I love being where you can pick your character. I love being able to do that. I love the idea of the origins being different depending on who you picked. That was just something they could have set up as something all of the Dragon Age games to do, but they didn't, you know, and in some way that is a downgrade. It's like you set the bar so high, and then doing something so drastically different leaves people wanting, you know. But again, for every downgrade in this game, it feels like for every 2 downgrades in this game, there's something that's just really, really good. The combat feels more fun. I feel like the combat isn't as in depth in this game. However, the combat feels better to play. Maybe it's because it's faster, you know, if that makes sense. The game is faster to play, and obviously in this kind of department, I still have the turn-based tactics of pausing the game while still having super fast action. You know, that's why it's real time with paused. I got the Templar shield from this game as a tattoo on my arm. Game is fire. Hey, that's awesome. All right, so that different people, different J names. It's so person to person. Inquisition is my favorite, but Origins is a lot of people's favorite games. So I don't know if anything in this game will beat. I don't know if anything in this series will beat Origins for me. Origins is one of my favorite games, period. And I don't think this game is making it. This game isn't changing my mind about that, if that makes sense. But that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying myself. If you've seen how I've been streaming this game, I'm clearly having a ton of fun with it still, you know, but you know, it's still not Origins, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. It doesn't necessarily need to be Origins for me to have fun, and that's okay. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. I think the 1 game per year thing is a cancer in video games. It seems like we're finally departing that, which is good. Even Call of Duty has taken some time off, which is crazy to see. If Call of Duty's taken time off to make their games better, we might actually be in a comeback for gaming, maybe. We might be. Pokemon took a year off. You know, Pokemon's taken some years off. That's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. I'll give them that. I think yearly releases is a cancer. I get we need to make product lines. I get we need releases. We need money. We need to be able to invest, and we need to be able to expand. I get that. But realistically, if these releases that you're pushing out so fast are hurting the company by lack of sales, you know, lack of quality, then you're doing nothing but hurting them. But in the end, the problem is the people who make the decisions about these releases are the people unaffected by it. Like realistically, you could say a company's going downhill all you want, but these CEOs don't see it because the money is still going into their accounts. They do not see it. And until you get somebody in office who's affected by things like this and has a decision in what happens, then we're just not going to make any kind of progress. Somebody young needs to be in the room. You know, that's just how it is. We need young people, new blood in the boardrooms. That's what we need. it sucks to see it, but you know, Square Enix just had a big cleansing about a year ago now, you know, and I do think things are looking up now. Like, they did just release another mobile game, and I think, you know, but still, outside of that, outside of project that were already still in progress, they cut the fat of a lot of these mobile games. They seem that they're trying to leave that stuff behind, and they're progressing, you know, the games forward, letting them breathe and stuff. And the games, like the 7 Remake Trilogy is one of the best, you know, examples of this. It feels like every game is an improvement. You cannot point something in Rebirth really and tell me that this is not a better game than Remake. It is I hate to use the word objectively, but it's an objectively better made game. You can like Remake more, but in terms of its actual development as a product, it has so much more to offer at around the same price the original was gotten for. You know, Remake literally put a 6-hour segment of the original 7 and stretched it into a 40-hour game. Rebirth feels like most of what you loved about Final Fantasy 7, you know, in a big open world with tons of mini games, tons of combat, tons of challenges, optional content, awesome story. It just did everything you wanted it to do. That's just great. Nobody hates Dragon Age like the fans. You would not believe how true that is for every single fan base. We just saw Persona 4 Revival. Looks amazing. Visually, some of the best we've seen. In terms of texturing, some of the best we've seen in the series. But if you look at Twitter, you would think the complete opposite. Because realistically, what I hate about social media is that misery loves company. And people love to drown themselves in negativity. Because negativity drives clicks. And clicks mean more clout. You know, and in real talk, you drive more people to comment on your stuff if you're being negative. And more often than not, people take joy in being negative, because negativity often starts conversation, you know, and it's just easy to be negative. And I hate that. Persona 4 Revival looked awesome. If you ask any regular dude, they're going to think that game looks stylish. It looks awesome. The combat looks fluid and fancy and powerful. The music is bumping. Again, the textures, you can pause, look at the trailer. Like, we did an analysis on stream. The textures were way higher than anything we saw in any of the previous Persona games, including Reload. And yet dudes on Twitter is like, bro, this game looks like Gmod. You know, maybe y'all don't deserve things. Have you ever considered that? Maybe you guys don't deserve the franchise. And this goes for Dragon Age fans too. I'm not saying that fans can't complain. You are allowed to complain, and often complaining is necessary. However, there is a difference between actual criticism and dooming. There is a big difference between the two. I think if you don't have anything constructive to say when you're critiquing something, then your words are worthless. You know, you can complain, but that joint is just yapping in the background. Realistically, you know, a company is not going to look at your tweet of you crapping on their game and take that to heart. They'll look at actual critiques of what genuine people who are saying why they dislike something. Saying a game looks like Gmod does not tell them where to improve, you know, because again, if a game with as much high quality textures as that game looks like Gmod, what are we doing here? What do you want a school to look like? What is the side wall of a grocery store supposed to look like? What are the tables in this shopping district supposed to look like? It looks like a shopping district, you know? And it's like, if you can't be constructive with your criticism, then why are you even talking? And again, Star Wars fans, Pokemon fans, Mass Effect fans, you know, all these people, Persona fans, they're all the same. A lot of these people on social media just doom and gloom because that's just more fun to them. You know, they get pleasure out of misery. They want you to feel that. They want you to know they don't understand how you can think this is good, but not actually provide anything about why this looks bad, you know? So if I have to preach anything to my community, don't be like that. Please do not be that way. Again, this isn't me saying you cannot complain. I know there are going to be people who clip this or take it out of context. That is not what I'm saying. And if they do that, you can send them this. That is not what I'm saying. Again, letting developers know your grievances with a product is important. I would even say it's vital to accompany getting better. But again, I don't think dooming and just crapping on a game is how you do that. You critique, you constructively critique things. That is how developers can take a good look from an outside perspective of what their product is and what they're charging people for, and get a genuine criticism that shows them where's to improve. But most people aren't going to go out of the way to do this, because crapping on something is easier. Talking about why this sucks is too much work when I can just say this sucks, because most people just do that. Most people don't want to read a whole thing about why it sucks. You know, realistically, they're just going to say it sucks and move on, you know. But this is why gamers don't understand their hand in game development. You can make a difference just by taking a second to really say why this sucks. It's not that you can't say it sucks. Why does it suck? What makes this segment bad? Are the enemies damage sponges? Is the geometry making you get stuck on things all the time? Is the level scaling too bad? Like is the jump in difficulty too hard? Are the enemies flat out brain dead? Do you not have to really do anything? Is there nothing intriguing this area? Does it feel like fluff? Is it filler? Does it really add anything to the story? Should it have been scrapped? That is an easy way to just say something. It's such a short sentence and such an easy way to make a developer know where they should improve. It's so easy, and it takes little to no effort. But again, if it takes any effort at all, then that's too much for most people. But another KingdomAce rant. That should have been a video. Somebody clip that and make or something. Just love the journey. Enjoy the way you tell the main character's story, no matter the game. Did you see the story behind the creator of 1666 Amsterdam? He also created the Assassin's Creed franchise and spoke out against making Assassin's Creed annual. He get axed. Sheesh. Well, he's better off, I feel now. Forced out. I just love Dragon Age, man. It makes me so happy, and it's a hyperfixation for me. That's how I feel about Final Fantasy and Trails. I mean, I'm starting to feel that way about this series too. I mean, I've only played one Dragon Age game, but I'm already like, I love it a lot. Call me crazy, but I love even the worst parts of my favorite media. I just love seeing more of the lore. I can understand that from a certain perspective. I think my least favorite parts of certain things, I don't really have least favorite parts of Trails. I guess sometimes I feel like RPGs have too much sexual content in it, and I'm not always a fan of that. But other than that, there's not too much I can really complain about. I don't like pointless game mechanics. Like, I don't like a game pretending to be an RPG. If you're going to be an RPG, be an RPG. If you're not, then get out of my way, you know? But yeah, I don't use Twitter, and honestly, I think I'm a better person for it. I agree. You are a better person for not using Twitter. But unfortunately, I need to use Twitter as part of my job. So I'm forced to see this stuff. You know, and like I have to network and I have to see stuff. It just happens. And a lot of this stuff isn't even people I follow. It's just on Twitter's For You page because I love Persona or post about Persona or retweet Persona stuff. The negative stuff also shows up on my timeline. Even for a moment, Twitter could kill your whole day. So it's for the best. You're right. One single thing can ruin my whole freaking day. Everything you just said is all really nice and all, but they killed Dragon Age with Veilguard. Now they're on to killing off Massive. I can't wait for them to drop the ball again. See, to me, that's a doomer statement. You can feel that if you want. You're subject to feeling that way, but unless you actually give a reason for why these things are bad and stuff like that, these kind of sentences are just background chatter to me. And it's just doom and gloom. It's just doom and gloom. And again, we've all been there. I have my favorite franchises where I felt like we're in the Final Fantasy 15 era. And while I love Final Fantasy 15, ask anybody about Final Fantasy 15. That game was in development for 10 years and it sold amazing just for it to be a 6 out of 10 for most people, you know? And again, half the freaking story didn't make it into the game. So it feels incomplete. Yeah, again, you can't complain to me about Veilguard when I experienced Final Fantasy 15, bruh. Like literally half the story didn't make it into the game. They were going to start trying to put the rest of the story into DLC, but they didn't even get to finish that. They didn't even get to finish that. They forced the dude out of the company. And again, Hajime Tabata, it was not his fault. Nomura made a mess of everything. The creator of Kingdom Hearts, he's the one who made a mess of that entire project, you know, and they put Tabata in, but in this giant mess, but there was no way he was going to be able to fix it into something that everybody wanted, you know, but he had to take the fall for it because Nomura is too important of a person at Square for it to have to leave. And Tabata ended up taking the fall and he left. There was nothing he could really do about that. And it really sucks because he can make great games. He can, you know. People really love Type 0 on PSP. It just sucks that when they remastered that game, they took out the multiplayer, which was a big reason people liked that game in the first place. Now the game feels boneless because it has to be played in a way it wasn't designed around. You know, you could play it single player originally, but multiplayer was what made that game what it was back then, you know. But still, you know, again, experienced bad games. You know, Final Fantasy 15 made people think Square was just done, bro. We had Dream Drop Distance. You know, we had these games that people thought, oh, this joint is just so mid, bro. You know, and Dragon Quest hadn't had a game out before 11 came out. We hadn't had a game in so long, since 10 was just an MMO for Japan and 9 was on the DS. You know, realistically, outside of 11, which is still a more recent title technically, you know, we hadn't had a mainline Dragon Quest since Dragon Quest 9 on the DS. You know, thankfully 11 was really good, but then we just went like 5 years of Dragon Quest 12 hype with nothing but without a trailer, without a freaking title. And now we got it, and it's a completely different game now. They completely started over development, and now it's a completely different game now, you know? So I understand. The only problem I have with streaming Veilguard is that I know people like, you know, what I've seen in chat are going to try to be begging for me to have a bad time. You know, they want to. A lot of people have, I've said this before on stream, but a lot of people make peace with a YouTuber agreeing with you. They want you to see this. And again, it works on both spectrums. A lot of y'all are loving Dragon Age 2 right now, but you're loving this stream playthrough because I'm loving it. If you love this game, this stream series has been so much more fun because I'm loving it too. I'm seeing what you saw. You know, even if we disagree on certain things, sometimes you're loving that I'm loving this game, and that matters. That makes the stream playthrough good to you. And you literally can't tell me that's not true, because that's just human nature. That's just human nature. But it goes the same way for people who are negative about the game. If I really didn't like this game, all those people who hate how this game changed from Origins would feel extremely validated. Yo, this guy gets it. He understands why this is not a good way to push the series. And then when he gets the Inquisition, you'll see how different it is. And Origins will feel like a distant memory. It's just all downhill, you know, and it's just, that's how people are going to be. You know, people take pleasure in people agreeing with them. Again, it's okay for you guys to feel this way. You know, we all seek validation in one form or another. I just want y'all to understand the unique position it puts me as the creator in. You know, that's why I try to start these series by saying, I ain't here to validate nobody. I don't care if you love this game. I don't care if you hate this game. I'm going to play this game and share my experience with you guys. That's why I'm here. You know, and if I end up loving the game, I could love the first half of this game and think Act 2 is garbaggio. I could think that. I could think Act 3, where the game takes a nosedive, and just don't even want to finish it anymore. That could happen. You know, I just want people to understand that I'm not here to validate anybody, you know, because, and it usually only really stems from people talking negative after I say something positive, you know. But again, I also don't truly need to explain myself to an audience, but I often do, just because it's not really for the audience I'm doing this for. It's because, you know, as a creator, the channel is growing, and I've already had developers watching my streams and stuff like that. I've been contacted about like appreciating the feedback that I've given. So I always try to include that kind of thing, because that matters. It really does matter. You think that due diligence doesn't go anywhere and it's a waste of time, but I promise you, you never know who's watching. You genuinely never know, you know. And again, a developer being here don't mean I'm not going to talk smack. I will say what I think. As you've heard in this playthrough, I still think the romance stuff is stupid in this game. I don't like how it works. I don't. I've expressed that tons of times, but still, Yeah, I found you because I watched the Origins playthrough. I love that playthrough, man. That joint was fantastic, and you can tell I was having the time of my freaking life. I absolutely guarantee people will be buttholes about it while you stream. It makes me so sad. Hey, as long as you guys here are willing to make it a positive place. And the thing is, most of you here might not even actually be here for Veilguard. You love Dragon Age Origins and you love Dragon Age 2 and you love Inquisition, but that doesn't necessarily mean you love Veilguard. And you might not be as tempted to watch those streams, and that's okay. Even if you don't hate Veilguard, some of you might just not care to watch a stream playthrough of it. So that's why I just go in with the mindset that I appreciate y'all being here while you're here, because you don't have to watch every single thing somebody does. You might love KOTOR, you might love Dragon Age, but that doesn't mean you want to watch them play Cyberpunk. Doesn't mean you want to watch them play Skyrim. You know, that's nothing against the creator. It's just you're not always super attached to something to watch it. You love Dragon Age 2 enough to watch a stream about it. But do you feel that way about Veilguard? Not everybody will, and that's okay. All I can say is that if you like my streams and you like me, then I would love for you to be there when we get to Veilguard. That's all I can really say. You know, you don't have to love the game, but as long as I can, I guess, provide a fun experience, you know, or a charming smile, or maybe just an interesting conversation, then that's all I really want. You know, if that can get you in a stream, then that's what I'll try to provide. You know, that's all I really got to do. But again, that's more my problems than you guys' problems. My channel is basically a television network. You get to choose what you want to watch. Are there any games with the romance system you love? A romance system? No. If it's not catered romance, I don't prefer it. If I had to say any at all, it would probably be I can't think of any. I guess Fire Emblem? But that's because we get to see it. The problem with Fire Emblem is that it feels too brief. You know, some of these games spec their romance into you getting your romances later in the game, and some of them stop their romance when you start dating. That's the problem I have with Persona. In Persona, by the time you get to social link number 10 and you're officially dating, there's no more interactions with them for the rest of the game. I mean, sometimes if like by the end of the game, when you're about to do the final boss or something, there's a Valentine's Day event or Christmas and you get to spend Christmas or Valentine's Day with them, but that's it. It's not brought up in the story. They're like the optional hangouts don't really have any unique dialogue, really. It's just done. It just feels like you filled the meter. Good job. You're dating now. You got a girlfriend. Yay. You know, and that's it. You know, it's just like, okay. Fire Emblem feels nice because in some games, while it feels a little too brief for you guys to start being in love, it goes farther because in some Fire Emblem games, you guys can get married and even have kids. And then your kids will eventually become party members as they grow up and stuff too. That is cool. That's just cool. Again, it's shallow in some way too, because you have to do like the hangouts like Dragon Age, you know, you go and talk with them and they have a short cut scene and they litter those throughout the game. But the fact that you still can get married and have kids, and not even all Fire Emblem games do that, you know, but it's cool that it exists in the series. Baldur's Gate 3 might be the closest, I think, to an actual good one. I actually didn't think about that. Baldur's Gate 3 might be the best one, and it feels like it comes up naturally because the romance feels slow, I feel. And maybe I'm just wrong with that. Well, that's because it depends on what you think of romance, because sex is something that's pretty quick depending on who you're romancing. But that doesn't affect me. You know, I'm there for actual romance. The two characters falling in love, realizing they need each other and just don't want to live a day without them. That's the kind of romance I like seeing. And I think the perfect example is what I had with Karlach in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, spoiler alert. You know, and I felt that like going through her trauma, learning her past and trying to pave a future for her, it just hit. You know, it just hit. And I regret every day not doing Dark Urge my first playthrough, because it felt like I was the dude who never had problems, and I'm trying to help my freaking girl failure girlfriend, you know? I hate this. I hated that. I wish I did Dark Urge so I felt like my character had struggles and trauma he was going through too. He was an actual character. I cannot stress enough, if you play Baldur's Gate 3, play the Dark Urge first. I'm telling you, please do it. I wish my friend did not tell me not to do it. I regret it every freaking day. But valid point on Persona. Yeah, I feel like most Persona fans will be able to agree with that. Coral Island has a good romance system. That's one of those survival games and stuff, or sim games. I haven't really played games like that too much. Dragon Age Inquisition definitely had me kicking my feet. Inquisition's better than this. If Inquisition's much better and simpler with romance, you already know that's gonna be a delight, a delicacy. I love me some romance. Hey, I love embracing loving romance, because a lot of other dudes won't really be like that on YouTube, even if they do like it. But y'all have convinced me that I just need to be myself anyway, and I'm a dude who cannot resist the romance in video games. So
Help me, please! He's gone mad!
You're not him. Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
So the wild-eyed hysteria is just for show, then?
You don't understand. Someone is after her. I had to keep her safe. I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
I don't know if I believe you. Yeah, I prefer Inquisition romance. Feels like Dragon Age 2 is artificially throttled. Yeah, I think I like how Origins did it better in some regard. You know, it felt slower. Maybe it's because that was a longer game too. We love Romantic Ace. It's so charming. Hey, I appreciate that. I cannot help it, man. I can't. I just love romance stuff. It seems to me that even those who don't like Veilguard may find it interesting to watch streams of it, as you can give honest criticism of the game. Well, I'll always just be myself, and I'll never just hate on something just to hate on something. So I'm expecting a fun time then. Never change, King. I'll do my best. Humans are prone to be a little bit of hypocritical at times, you know, but I think that's something I can be fairly consistent with. I love me some romance. Y'all be watching Hallmark movies and stuff? All right, let me chill out. This I have to hear. Talk quickly.
If I hear anything I don't like, you're dead.
Okay, I was not that serious about it.
Years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister.
Is it a split personality?
It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next. I took her, so he'd have to come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
I kind of believe him.
He's lying! He hurt me!
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me!
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything.
This feels so weird. You're a blood mage.
I could report you to the Templars for blood magic.
Yes, I've used blood magic and lyrium to augment my powers. I'm not proud of what I've done, but I had to. He took my sister from me.
Can't you just tell the city guard what you told me?
They wouldn't care.
I don't want him arrested. This isn't about justice. I need to be the one to bleed him dry. Besides, they probably wouldn't even hear me out.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Emmerich was certain you were the killer.
Of course he was. But I was trying to find the killer just like him. Our paths crossed and he just assumed I was the murderer.
You really did make yourself a target, though. Kidnapping people and all.
I suppose that's fair.
Who killed your sister?
A powerful and experienced blood mage. I believe he uses the women for some ritual. His victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
Then what was with the clothes we found in the basket? What's this guy's name again?
Who killed your sister?
A powerful and his victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
I don't know. I feel like he offered to do all the ladies' laundry, obviously. Bro. See, the problem is, so this is what was his name? Gaspard Dupuis. That was his name. So I actually think he is safe because it's consistent with when we came in. He said, "You're not him." So I assumed, okay, well, that means you were expecting someone else. You know, at least that's what I think. So I don't know. Makes the most sense to me. Ace getting ready to dine and wine. I gotta speak. Wine and dine. Bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Jaden has sent me something about my Thor. Nice. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. I know you're hearing something else. Dude, that's some nice UI change for the Thor. I don't know if you all have an AY in Thor, but that joint is actually awesome. I love it. All right, I forgot I'm still actually in Discord with him. Welcome, Dragon Age 2 moral choices. I mean, I'm just gonna let him live. I mean, for now, like I said, I think it's consistent that it was the first. He didn't have time to make up that story. When he saw me in here, he was expecting someone else. Let me help. He was expecting someone else. He said, "You're not him," and he didn't have time to make up a story. So
I can help you track down your sister's killer.
No, I can manage on my own. I'm headed to Darktown. If you learn anything new about the killer, find me there. I have a score to settle with him.
Yeah, I don't think he's faking. I don't think killing him would have really done anything. Torn trousers. Is he not worried about like his sister going and ratting him out? But he didn't really do anything to her. Well, he pricked her for some blood, and that'll lead to him being known as a blood mage, but not much they can really do. At 5, we're trying to be alive.
Someone's always trying to take over at night, but someone else will always pay for their removal.
Huh. And it's this. Tell Emmerich the Gascard's not guilty. Okay. Don't jumpy, right? Ooh. Oh, crap. Saw that coming. There they are. We're just trying to get out of here. Healing.
When's the fighting start? Hawke's starting to get bored.
Whoa. There we go. Okay. Get a turn. Haste is already done. 100% stunned. Voids take you. There's still more?
Again. I'll deal with this. Well done. Relax.
There we go. Ladies, lights out. Directions to the invisible sister base. We sisters will not yield Hightown. Know the base and protect it from those who claim the law is all we should obey. Gillian. I didn't realize that was a quest. Okay, wait, so the group's hideout is here. Okay, I'm gonna do that while we're still here before moving on to Darktown. Okay, we're probably gonna have to fight through again. Good, thank you for not letting me fight. Oh, I saw enemies over there. But we already have this, so they'll be gone. Let's go in. Hello. Go for it. Go ahead, hit this.
Watch the shadow.
Let's finish this. I'll cut.
All right, let's finish this quick. Oh, there he is. More. Haste. Oh man, haste is good. Didn't need to do it when they're already stunned. Oh, I gave him the opening.
Again.
Messing with us is suicide.
Dude, the music in this game is good, man. Eric?
Easy as pop.
Oh, hello. Hey, goodbye. Okay, then you can break it somehow. You just don't have what you need. Quest completed. Invisible sister were exposed. Stalkings are down considerably. Nice. This feels like the same house I was just in for the other quest. Good googly loot, man. They really had to spare some budget. This is the exact same house. We do love to see that. Actually, let's take there might actually be enemies right here. I don't think they will be though. Yeah, they're not. Bro, all these enemies out here and you not doing nothing. Okay, so we need to go to the gallows during the day. F5, what a time to be alive. Moira.
Talk about... Aren't you Hawke? Emmerich left not long ago. He said you'd arranged to meet tonight. There was no such arrangement. But you sent him a message. I still have it with me. I didn't send this. You didn't? Strange.
That's not a good sign.
Why do you seem so weird?
I don't know. Emmerich's been acting strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
Uh-oh. I hope he doesn't die. I think he's one of the cool ones in the Templars, I guess. One of the cooler ones, I guess. Well, we already have to do this at night. So, blind alley, prime suspect. We still gotta go by Darktown. Look at that bowl cut. I know it's crazy. You look like Ian from Smosh. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's totally dead. Stunned. Oh, crap. Okay. Good choke.
That's enough!
Do it, do it, do it. I say we run. Nice.
Some mage sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone? Oh, Maker. The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this?
Gascard was only a small piece of the puzzle. I think he's innocent.
We should have believed Emmerich. I thought he was just trying for one last shot at glory.
Nope.
Whoever did this is a dangerous apostate that Meredith will want found. I will see to it personally. Thank you for your help in this matter. If you learn anything more, please come to me.
Thanks. Dang, that sucks, man. That sucks, man. They're not even gonna get his body or nothing, bro. Dang. Well, rest in peace. He wasn't the greatest guy, you know, he is a Templar after all. However, he did want to do the right thing. He did. Sometimes doing the right thing can put you in the eyes of the wrong people. Rest in peace, man. He was in too deep. Sometimes you do have to bow out. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I'll probably be done streaming soon because we have to go live for the Nintendo Direct. I do need to get some sleep. inside job. Found a lead on our cargo thefts and have urgent need of your expertise. Please meet me in Hightown's market during business hours. Hubert.
There's a letter for you.
Yeah, I noticed. Dogs of War wasn't that crazy. And next, not that crazy. The bows, not that crazy. No, this is what I had before. Putting it back. I will still keep this. Let's just put this stuff back. Realistically, I'm not going to use it. I do need to go buy a market.
How the messages never come while you're home.
Boom, boom, boom. Now we go to Hightown during the day, and it's going to put me in the back part near the Blooming Rose, I'm sure. Oh no, I'm by my house. I forgot I live in this town. And nothing bad happens to people during the day.
You won't
Sell all junk.
find better prices.
Hubert's who I need to talk to anyway. You doing that? Might drop in support for you. Hey, I appreciate that. I'll be live at about 9:30. I might go live earlier if I'm able to pull myself out of bed even earlier, you know, and have enough time to set up a stream. I can actually F5. I don't want to start a cutscene with him. Good. Didn't want to start a cutscene with him, but I did want to see what he had. Ooh, belt of vigor. Some of the stuff just looks like stuff to me now. It just looks like stuff. I have so many lyrium potions, but still, why not?
You want dagger?
Okay. I do think I'm going to end things off here for now. It's already past midnight. Again, I would go for a little bit longer, but it's been 3.5 hours. That's still longer than the average live stream, you know, unless you're like a big time, super big streamer, but 3.5 hours is a long live stream. So I liked it. I mean, we did some main story. We did a lot of quests. I'm liking Act 2. It feels a lot more expedited. I mean, maybe it's because there's not a lot of story happening. It's doing the Dragon Age thing where the story is the things you're experiencing, you know, and because Act 1 was filled with, you know, the prologue and getting to Kirkwall, finding a name, building yourself up and stuff, it took a while. You know, Act 2 feels a lot more, okay, now that you're introduced to the world, let's make moves, and it constantly feels like we're making moves. You know, I enjoyed that, and we had a good yap too. I enjoyed that. You guys constantly remind me about why I'm happy I'm doing this. Dragon Age Origins I was enjoying so much that I couldn't imagine streaming it. Mass Effect I couldn't imagine streaming because I just didn't do it. And even a YouTuber I really like, Josh Drive Hayes, he was saying that, you know, Mass Effect's a terrible stream game because it's so story driven and stuff like that, you know, and so cinematic, you kind of lose yourself from being able to talk to people. And in a way that does happen with me. There are times when I don't talk, but I try to yap your ear off as much as I can because that's truly what we're here for. You know, like you can play Dragon Age 2 yourself or just watch a non-commentary Let's Play, but I assume you're here on the KingdomAce channel because you want some KingdomAce, you know, so that's just what I try to offer, you know, regardless of the game or its type. But enough yap. If you're close to finishing Act 2, are you serious? Act 2 must be really short. Well, I guess it makes sense. This is supposed to be a short game. And they said it was about 26 hours to beat the game. I'm already 23 hours in, it says. I'm sure some of that is having the game open, you know, and I played a little on my off time just to play the combat because I like it. But yeah, I mean, based off what you guys are saying, it's pretty short. I mean, we will do the DLCs and stuff as well, though. I also see that Varric has an update that we can do too. Maybe we should talk to Varric first, just so we can end off the stream with some Varric. You know, I know it's past midnight, but come on. We can talk to some Varric, bro. Who doesn't want a little Varric before bed, you know? Crazy. Oops. F5. What's up, Varric? now that we're friends.
Hawke, I've got some news.
What's up?
You might not want to be near anything breakable when I tell you, though.
Why don't I buy you a pint and we'll talk?
You just keep making this harder. Although I won't say no to a pint if you're buying. I've had an ear out for Bartrand. After the deep roads, he ran to Ravane, probably because he knew I couldn't track him. But I hear he might be back in Kirkwall. He called in loans from a few of his contacts in Hightown.
Are you sure it's him?
Would Bartrand really risk coming back here?
I think we both know by now that Bartrand would risk anything for money. There's a much better market here for that trinket he stole. And all his contacts are in Kirkwall.
But it's been 3 years. That's what makes the time skips feel somewhat, you know, like hard to believe. Like you're telling me and Fenris have known each other for 3 years and we're still not that close. We're not friends, you know, that like it feels hard to believe to me. Have a good one, Common. How do you feel about this?
How are you holding up, Varric?
Me? My no-account backstabbing brother is practically in arm's reach. I couldn't be better.
Was he staying in Hightown, or just passing through?
If my information is good, and it's always good, he has a house there. Which gives us a good shot at having a word with my dear sweet brother.
I just realized something that I never commented on about this game. The main character talks. That didn't happen in Origins. Something I wouldn't mind you guys telling me. How is it like in Inquisition? Don't tell me too much. Does the main character of Inquisition talk like Hawke and like to where they voice their dialogue options? Or is it like Origins to where they just respond to you? Even though you don't hear the dialogue option. Do let me know. I'm actually interested in that.
We need some answers from your brother.
I agree.
They voice the same way.
Bianca's
Awesome.
been missing him something awful. Let's stop by his new house. Welcome him back to the neighborhood and all that.
Do you ever feel like the world's getting...
Oh, we actually got a new quest for that. Family Matter. Okay, guess that's where we'll be starting off next time. Cool to note. Good voices. Okay, good to know. All right, I guess that's where I'll leave us off. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, you haven't already, hit the like button for your boy. It lets me know that you guys prefer these things to be live streamed and be able to talk and reminisce and vibe together, yap together, all that jazz. It really lets us go a long way. You have no idea. And same thing can be said with subscribing or following the channel. You guys have no idea how much it really helps me out. It helps the numbers go up. It lets companies know, hey, this guy's pretty cool. You know, this guy's pretty cool. Let's give new opportunities for that community, you know, because when KingdomAce gets stuff, we all get stuff. You know, I would love there to be a situation to where, like, say I get a new Mass Effect early and they just invite me to play and I could just tell you stuff about the game and stuff like that. That would be really cool. I know it lets me be able to, I get to play the game early. But do you really think I'm just going to play this game early and leave y'all out to dry? You think I could stand to not talk about it? I mean, if I'm under NDA, that's one thing. But more often than not, they let creators play things early and then talk to, you know, their communities about it. So I would love to be able to do that. And of course, share my adventure, you know, of it with you guys. That's always the goal, for sure. That's always the goal. No. Random sponsor. Random. I have something that I'm cooking for you guys right now, and it could be a big opportunity that I think we would all be very happy about. So I'm going to do my best to make that freaking happen. If you guys could, I would appreciate you guys going and checking out my newest video that I uploaded today, which was the reaction to Exodus. I think you guys will, especially if you're fans of Mass Effect or Dragon Age, I think you'll get something out of it. And it was a fun thing to make, and I think we had some good yaps during it. So if you guys enjoy this or want a little more KingdomAce after the stream, it'll be there, or at least put it in your watch later or let it run in the background. It really helps your boy out. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce. Make sure you guys play some games, have some fun, and I will see you all tomorrow morning for the Nintendo Direct. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Rest well. See you tomorrow. Make sure you guys clock in. I will be waiting for you guys. I don't care if you don't like Nintendo or don't care about Nintendo. Be there for the KingdomAce. I will make it a fun time. I got you.